So we can, what was it, Constantine? Was he the one that was able to do that, or I can't remember.
I mean,
now.
as far as the movie's concerned.
Okay, then I'm not completely crazy. Well, not completely. All right, a lot of mid-presence established. Full sense is like, let's go back to what we did on our anti-eco. Let's chill a bit. Expecting some kind of trap or trick setup play from T1 off the back of a timeout. Munchkin does love those. Stacks gonna tuck into the corner. A mid push. Munchkin gonna disrespect his opponent's smoke here.
Surprise, surprise. It's not really been working out for him, and it's not gonna work out again. All with his pants down, just way too many targets on the other side of that one. He will get picked apart. Izu late to clear out that recon, I should say. Stacks turns back away. He's able to find Jit Boys, but Primi gets the trade back. So now,
right, it's 1-1 on maps.
Stacks, there's your 2,000th kill.
It's 4-3.
You might be losing this round, but Meteor wants to try to keep this lead.
Primi, will he turn up? Cruz has a smoke. It's a bad molly.
Gun barrel spotted. Buzz calling this. It's the relay bolt going to be sent in. It's going to be Meteor taking the kill for as his own. Should know widely where Primi is at.
Buzz got a shorty.
He's just trying to drag attention, it would seem, but no. Buzz just slides in, takes the fight, and will be able to win it out. T1 with the defuse. Going to be gaining the lead up by 2.
Do I care about Pacific?
Yet again.
I mean, week 5, you know, we already know the playoff teams.
Play some good early macro, and the other just shoots their way out of it. This is great. I mean, you've got the sight. Stacks doesn't get much. Got a big advantage. Oh my God, Meteor. How in the world did you find that kill? That was Cruz. Spotted.
Under America's End yesterday? Oh, but what was it? 20 past 2 or something?
Yep. Big achievement. Everybody on T1 now with that 2,000 kill badge. Yeah, Munchkin. Don't want to die in mid again. Manages to escape this time.
Oh, they're playing a KO here.
Of the nonsense that Munchkin is trying to get away with.
It was 140? It was not 140. It was at least 2.
Doing a good job handling that. That is not
it was definitely 2.
They're going to group up. They're going to try to deathball their way through.
If Stack sends it right now, this could completely upset the attack. And, well, Leviathan's going to be caught. Jit Boys.
Oh, nice timing from D1 again.
But Primi has already made his entrance. Gets himself 2 kills. Izu looking to try to re-clear this one, but it's going to be Buzz just sprinting in, shorting in hand. Able to collect that one. Slide across now the overdrive and play.
I think Buzz is playing insanely well.
Kahlua is left alone. Picked apart. 6-3.
Now, if T1 win this, they are the 1 seed. If Full Sense win,
looking like they have found their footing.
They could be the 1 seed.
Away with this happen, with this map.
Or you also
we were seeing from them on Pearl.
Yeah, and there's that shorty I wanted to see from Buzz. Allows them to end Primi's reign of terror in this round. Golly, he's so fast.
I got in just before that 0 point. I mean, had that.
Ooh, that almost went badly for Buzz.
No. Had the 0 point, managed to intercept the jet as well. This could have been a much more one-sided affair. Primi able to do well to come away with 2 kills, but they're now on the back foot. Jit Boys, he's got a Marshall. Buzz has got an op, but they're both going to win.
Badly for Buzz.
Waits for now as Munchkin tries to slow things up.
Do you think Riot making the hub awards higher is a reason why he's picked on Breeze now?
Created some space.
Making the hub walls higher was actually kind of a low-key goated change, I think.
Hit him with a shock dart.
I think
as well.
Getting rid of the cascades was a mistake. We're making that wall higher.
Definitely does make a difference.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Hello, I like money.
Only 1 MWAD, thanks for the $2.
That clears it, but now it's going to be a jump through this one way.
G is playing, not DFM.
The reckoning going to be lobbed in. As Primi updrafting blind and short-sighted, now Fragment layered in as well. Stacks just.
Actually, that was just that was on purpose to get you to give me $2. Come on, stupid. Keep up.
Beautiful timing. from Munchkin in particular to get there, get the util in place.
30 seconds
But
left.
Izu just so annoying. Creates such a mess of things for Full Sense before they can even get that execute going.
He's 12-4-2.
He's
Third
Why'd I
agent
put
played in the
DFS?
series.
and he's
Dunno.
good on everything. You can literally throw him on whatever, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna frag. He's just an unbelievably
seconds
talented player. He's one of the best.
Also, that stream definitely ended at 2. The stream was 4 hours long, and I started late.
The noise, so he'll just wait. See
It was a
if anyone
football.
goes pushing this
It was
angle
definitely after
instead.
2. I went to bed after
Like,
2.
retain his
100%.
weapon.
Well, I think I
Will
probably got to
himself,
sleep
but
about
that is a
3,
lead at
but
the half now secured by T1, who can look to bubble this up.
Yeah, now they're really starting to get a good read. They're able to successfully create some pressure. Back of big plays like this, he really lit up Jip Boys there too. And again, that Storm Surge hit exactly when it needed to. Primi just panicking,
well,
trying to get up in the air, hoping that he doesn't
when
get
I tuned into
thwarted.
this game, it looked close, and then since it's been a stomp for T1.
Initiators for T1 having an absolute field day
The
right now.
Stacks KO is
A lot of good flashes, a lot of good util. The knives
Destroying
getting great
them.
information and great value for Stacks. At least change sides of the maps. Doesn't find anything here though, so let's see what Munchkin can do.
Oh, took him a second, but he is able to find the first. Shit Boys coming away with that kill. Hunter's here at the same time. Let loose, looking for the tags. Nothing going to be found in that regard. Buzz in the meantime, peeking out.
Oh.
Cruz is ready for it. Great shutdown.
Okay, now this is a
Full
round you
Sentai
must
GL.
win.
Buzz on the floor, but they still have to contend with Izu. Goes to the pyramid and locks on
Strike down.
for that kill. Looking for the second, but Leviathan will manage. Double up his own score. Spike now can be brought around. The pit is going to be in play.
Okay, still should be
Solid
favorable.
opportunity
Big
for
fight on the
Wayne
flank.
Brown. Stacks is going to be caught sprinting forward. Chip Boys does
but
manage
now they win.
get that kill in the end.
Hey, Buzz just a little bit late. I actually think the
As you
passing
know,
there from Jip
It's
Boys
going to be a long re-wrap as Chip
Isn't the
Boys
best. I think he
looks
should
to go
always
ahead and
jump peek the
pinch
left
in from
side
the door
first,
side.
then go right. Because you're entering in this way. As you're entering in this way as the Neon, you always want to be the first
Should
one to be seen.
outside of the fair. Then again,
Is this
it
losable?
is Meteor.
Still probably
He's
no
got to
with this
re-clear in the
reposition.
main. Nothing's going to be spotted here. Chip Boys
Like you're
gets
coming
closer.
in here,
The snake bites can be
you
exchanged.
know, this guy
time
could
can
be
bought,
anywhere.
And Meteor will try to disrespect this, but he will fall. So full
The chance
set.
of them being like here,
Breaking
I
what
would say
was
are
a
slim.
5-round win streak for T1.
Also them
Get
being
themselves a
here are
fourth
pretty
round
good.
win.
Round before the
Yeah,
switch.
it's just
Those
that
of them being
quick
here are
pivot
pretty
into
good.
mid doors,
You want to have it to me where
able to deny the operator. This is the key kill in the
you
round.
want to find them,
He
right?
doesn't
You don't
find
just want to
that.
be like,
T1
ah,
probably
la la
wins
la,
this.
easy side.
Because then they can kill your
Chip
teammate.
Boys, woohoo, lucky. Stacks doesn't find him. Down to 32, but okay, let's see if
Well,
Full
ideally, I
Sense can
think
make
you
this a
enter,
7-5 half. Primi's got
Jump,
the op.
peek, come back
Got a Blade
this
Storm.
way.
No ults even remotely going to be in cycle. Kilo one away from a Hunter's Fury, so things to consider here for Full Sense to get this closer. Stacks scaling through mid, has Munchkin with him, Buzz in tow. Meteor
Now, considering that we just saw
Chilling for
last
now.
round, Cruz did drop down.
A window. I mean, if you did again.
exchanged.
And it is, but Leviathan,
Oh,
okay. Starting to come online. Had a really rough go of it after a very solid previous map. That Buzz will be able to intercept. So
Runs
here's not the
straight into
flanker.
Buzz.
Meanwhile, Primi, Knives attempt once again. Quick tailwind back as he's able to catch Stacks.
He's so good with the movement. Immediately
Critical
peels
timing.
back, yeah.
Spot out here from Munchkin now. As he's awaiting this push, and he cannot take Primi out of the sky. Slices and dices, and Full Sense will find themselves a 5th round win
Okay,
and a half.
a little comeback for Full Sense.
Neck
Nice.
and
I
neck.
still think T1 will probably be fine. 7 on defense is normally pretty good on this map. But definitely a game to be had. The game is afoot. I mean, this is good for Full Sense that they can at least test them. Obviously, I didn't watch the first maps, but honestly, Bind might not even be in the map pool for playoffs, so that actually could be good for T1. And their Pearl is just really good. I already know that. Am I rooting for? I don't give a shit. I guess if Full Sense went, it'll be more interesting. It would make the other games more interesting tomorrow, so I guess that, but Oh, they changed their comp for Purim?
4T1, they were winning.
Why did they change their comp? I mean, clearly worked, but... they went to the fucking NRG comp. And still destroyed them. Interesting.
That's a little strange. Put you two on tail.
If T1 do win this, the games tomorrow does still have some... I mean, this game is still for first seed. Problem is, the Americas games, again, today are decent.
Back into the half. 3-2. One pistol lead for T1. Full sense. Collect another here, tie that up, then they are going to be looking good to tie up this map and maybe even gain the lead for themselves.
Okay, big pistol. T1 win this, it's over. I'll tell you right now.
Got a pretty wide open A site.
Go to bed if T1 win this.
Elbow being pushed by Full Sense.
Yeah,
so
it feels like you kind of have to come away with a kill on the Meteor to really find the value from him, but he's already going to be drifting away. Recon sent out. He's just going to sprint, join in with the rest of the team, so there will be a massive flank coming in at their heels, but Spike is going to be in play for T1.
Spike planted.
Oh, stacks.
Contact, some damage out on the Jit Boys, puts him to 70.
Caution.
Shock Dart still have a recon here.
Wall going up, Recon sent. Cleared out, no ping. Going to be coming through, but it's going to be Meteor struck down as Cruz finds a kill. Relay Bolt pushes the ball here into the corner, but it's going to be a clutch
that
that
dash,
T1
man?
they have to profit from. Now into a 2v2, but the time is working against Full Sense.
I mean,
Who need to
surely the
make a go of
time
this
is
now.
lost.
Buzz and
But you
Stacks
gotta
playing
run.
together, spot
Why
out
are
the
you
team.
walking?
They're on
You
a
gotta
go,
run.
puts them to
I mean, you
2,
just
and that
lost
should be
the
round
time.
Over. The time is just not going to be there.
Last player
Slide in.
standing.
Covering fire, needs to stick it. The clear not going to be
got
coming
it.
in, and he's just got it. .03. As T1 will scrape by with another pistol.
Oh my gosh. Whoa,
I mean, I
Shark
thought it
Cruz.
was kind of. I thought it was
This
just
is
over because, you
unfortunate
know,
for
they're
Pretty.
not
He
going to get both
dashes
these
right
kills.
into a
But
T1
Kilo actually
player,
did
and
get
it
both
kinda
these
stalls
kills.
him. And it sort of prevents Full Sense from really getting into there.
I mean, great efforts
Yes.
from Kahlua to keep him protected.
That is crazy.
As well, Stacks
But yeah,
is
they-
racking him up.
Man,
20th clutch.
he's collecting.
I mean, is that a clutch? He just died
20th
last.
clutch in VCT Pacific since 2023.
Yes. He's had a
Whether
lot
there's
more.
someone out there be like, he's got 20 clutches today? Man, that's crazy. This
What a
guy's
day
done
he's
pretty
having.
good,
Yeah. If someone had more than 5 clutches in a day,
Yeah.
that would be pretty nuts.
Well, he's dead. Primmy's found 2 in the Classic. As Stacks and Munchkin have both fallen. Izu, though, okay. Looks
Why
to course
mid-aggro,
correct
though?
this, drag them back into the right timeline, and he shall, but that still ends up being a lot more costly than you might have anticipated.
Why do teams that? Why?
Make it 9-5.
It's just
I mean, that,
borderline
I don't.
unfair
I don't.
how
On,
good
like,
Pretty
I
is.
don't get going to this part of the map. Honestly.
let's
in
see
each
this
round.
again.
I mean,
Yep, that one, sure.
Sure. No, I need
Why
to
are
see
we
this. He
all-
just pops out a door.
He pushes the door, and the tail straight back.
Thank God for Izu.
it's
if
just a
you're
death
T1
zone
fan,
that part of the map.
bailing you out there. That got awfully scary, awfully fast.
Well, since can get first if they win
God,
this,
you're
yes, they
religious.
would need. I
he's
think
the
with the
ultimate
map
creator.
loss, they would
He seems
need
to hold all the
RFU to lose.
To be first seed.
Oh, walk down. Second shot from Primmy will be able to connect, and Jit Boys continues to fill in
Spike
space as well. So
down.
Stacks now will fall. Buzz not quite able to steady
Well.
the aim there.
Well, since there's some nice
Finds
aggro in
quite a
these
bit of
last
damage
couple
in
rounds.
the long run, and that leaves now Munchkin and Izu to their own devices.
Will AG qualify for London? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't watched enough China to say. Probably XLG
Watched
will.
here, but are they going to be able to get out in time? Yeah, indeed. Just barely scoop the spike up and leave, but that means Primmy can tell them. They've grabbed it. Don't know where they're going. They're not making any moves on the map off of that info, though. They're just holding B. Maybe Munchkin can at least get the plant down here. He's just stomping across here. No care in the world. Somehow, some way.
Wolves won't make it to London.
He's not
Would
wrong.
Full Sense beat Foot? No way.
2 sheriffs in a dream. The unthinkable here for T1.
I mean, this would
The
be
calculations for Full Sense at this point are pretty
back-breaking
simple,
round
though.
for Full Sense, but
If they
5
lose,
with this weaponry, it should be all but
they can't be the
impossible
4 seed.
as Munchkin.
If they lose, they'll be 2nd or 3rd.
On camera.
And if they win,
He's just
they just need RRQ to
walking out
lose.
into it, but Izu able to find 2 kills.
Oh,
Leviathan
no.
and Kahlua both taken down.
Oh, no.
Munchkin finds Cruz and surely not. Hunter's Fury
Player standing.
drawn in. Izu trying to play this one out. Solo has to cancel it. Still has the double shock darts. The first one going to be going in. Primi tagged up, but not going to be killed off. The Fuse will be stuck, and my God, it might not be the round.
17
victory,
HP?
but
Holy
it just
fuck.
be a moral one here for T1 to make it so close. Good Lord.
I just was like, yeah, certainly not. Dare I
Spike
forget
down,
that
B.
Izu is one of those players with a sheriff. Oh my God, that second.
Just disgusting. I mean, he gets Primi to 17 off those 2 shock darts as well. I think the first one just a bit offset, unable to find that.
Okay, I mean, that looked like a pretty good round from Full Sense, but then it turned into a disaster. Is that a T1 timeout after almost script? Brother. No! Not what we needed. Not what we needed. Gear issue. Well, normally the gear issues aren't too bad. Unless the gear is a monitor or the computer. So, Nongshim versus Global. That game is just for 4 seed. Loser is the 4 seed. But again, being the 4 seed essentially means that you are eliminated. Like, I mean, like, if Global are the 4 seed, they have no chance. I'm just going to put it out there now. Nongshim are the 4 seed. They have some chance.
You put him on.
But not much. Let me do some VFL reviews. 1,200. Baldy over there. What's it like to have no hair? Is it hot? Is it cold? I don't know, cause I'm not bold. Favian's a good start. Zekken's a good start. Tex, lol. Spike only with 3. Sad Lev noises. Now Zekken pops off. Now he pops off. Double crew and double sen. Holy, this is going to be a rough week. Freaking Oxy IGL is a bit bold as well when they're making changes, but how are you to know? Itsu, that's probably going to go decently well because they'll probably win this game, but I don't know how the other maps went. And yeah, your team looks like it's going to be okay, but you desperately need Crew Sen to be... Wait, are Crew playing Sen? What am I fucking talking about? Why do I think it was Crew Sen this week? They've already played. They played week 1. Sen play fucking Furia. Well, they're going to lose, so you got Furia Sen. So, unlucky. Sen... I've been saying that I feel more confident that Sen are going to win. As I've thought about the game a bit more. It's not all disastrous. What am I on? 86. Having 14, Matter 24, Purpo 10, Brock 12, Second 14, Echo 9. I'm back up to 7th, baby. We're back up there. Oh, LeBon John, I'm coming for you. Oh, Warlord Wibbs. Oh no, Warlord Wibbs. God, if Paper Rex lose, God, I hope Paper Rex lose. That would destroy a lot of people. You even had your IGL play, I actually might just be ahead of you. Okay, we're back.
In Milwaukee, they race like hot dogs and sausages. Like they put people in them and they have them run.
What do you mean they put them in?
Like in like
a hot dog costume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in like an actual bun.
I was gonna say, like, is it like a hot dog shaped like car? Like a little.
No.
Yeah.
Like a mascot suit.
Okay. Well, we are finally back into the game, so apologies for that. As T1 widely going to be finding themselves onto a relatively empty site. Leviathan having to back away.
How do you stop people going A?
Munchkin is like, they're leaving.
What is the
front
answer?
Open. They're leaving Leviathan on his own. I think we can outpost plan him. You're going to use the snake bite to delay.
That locks off 4 people for now.
This wall won't get any value here for full sense. There's nobody back there.
Relay Bolt not going to be getting that rebound, but Meteor's going for a reposition all the same.
Use that fast lane.
Most teams are just
slow things down.
They're pushing past this one.
You know, most teams are just doing this.
Backpedaling for the moment. They have to push forward into this cove, and Izu going to be good for 2. Leviathan finally able to take him down, but Munchkin's going to be
Like, these retakes aren't good either. You know what I mean? Like, playing full retake, it's just a losing strat.
Gets the finisher, and Team
It's just a losing strat, especially on such a big map where you have to run. Just a losing
I
strat.
mean, this is kind of the T1 we saw in Pearl, where
Now
they
they're
get
on an
into a
eco.
post
I mean, that's
plant and
honestly
they're just
game over.
basically
That round just
unbreakable.
cost them the entire game.
Their decision making
Look
is
how
so
easy
good.
it was.
Izu sits down the top 2 performers on this map for full sense. Primi and Jip Boys. And then from there, just a cleanup, and you can't let them get into those post plants. That's where they are so disciplined. 21-9 now for Izu. Munchkin's got the reckoning. Bladestorm popped immediately for Primi on this eco.
Jit Boys, just the Bucky playing forward.
Well, let's see attempt number 2, which is just a shotgun close.
Trying to updraft over the wall.
That's what I was thinking.
He's going to have some deadly accuracy, though, as he's going to be able to hear these footsteps. So multiple players caught rotating through cannons towards this B side of the map. So 3 players in position to try to counteract this. Not taking their chances. They're just going to be sending out that reckoning as well. But he revealed 1-on-1. Primi finding a timing.
Going 1 for 1, I think, is good for T1.
Push out of the smoke, though, and Izu continues
Izu's
to
just
be the final
slowly
boss.
destroying them.
Leviathan dead. Kahlua with this Sheriff. Trying to see if he can give it an opportunity, and he is with Buzz. Just that much faster and has him outgunned. Stacks down forward. Smoke will dissipate, and Izu will clean up a 3rd. 11-6, T1. 2 more to go to close this out.
This ain't going to be a split 1 playoff solo. I don't know, to be honest. It's on the China one, but China took a bit of a break.
Despite their best efforts,
I mean, it should, like, it going based off what, like, has happened before.
Not able to cling to life
it
long
should
enough
be in
before
Americas.
Izu decided he's had enough.
It will definitely be in for London.
Great cover
100%.
fire. I mean, the crossfires, the protocols now cleaned up.
Should kind of be in for Americas.
Where they kind of crumbled apart. Woo! Nice final one there.
Timeout.
Yeah, gonna need a little bit of time for it.
If it's in Pacific playoffs, it'll be in for all of the playoffs, I think. Which is a little strange, but like I think it would just make more sense to put it in for London, not the playoffs. But would T1 beat Foot? Nope. Still hate T1. Never hated T1. Just called them frauds. Which they were. I just said this team is fraudulent. And then every international they went to, they were fraudulent. They're not anymore? No, now they're actually decent. See, that's the thing. People think that I hate their team, but sometimes your team is just bad and I just call them bad. And I didn't even call T1 bad, I called them frauds.
See that Leviathan from the previous map, not Leviathan from the series earlier today.
Ores and orb emitting.
Meteor just going to be strafing over here solo. Primy tucked in behind the box.
Only the Vitality made winners bracket playing like that. I mean, that is some fucking bullshit for Foot. That on Fnatic side, look at Fnatic getting a fucking free, easy. They're gonna play what? The winner of Liquid Vitality? Oh Jesus! I mean, 11-6 down, knife and so on.
Finds the catch, but okay, Jit Boys facing back into the side. He's able to find kill onto Buzz, and that completely slows up this approach. Munchkin now going to be caught in mid, trying to find his way out. Leviathan manages to get that kill as well.
You said Heretics were shit? Yeah, they were, but they're not now.
1v4 for Stacks to try to get this up to match point would be incredible. But, well, that's not an encouraging start. Cannot escape from the relay bolt. Jit Boys will be able to find 3. Full sense still yet.
Okay,
clinging they managed to convert off the back of the timeout.
All right. Yeah, but this is kind of what they need to do. Be a little bit more proactive on the map. Challenge some of these contact fights.
If I was T1, I'm running A this round.
Get a knife kill. You know, the important things in Valorant. Got to be hunting for those.
Sometimes the mental damage.
That's exactly it.
It has exponential growth.
This is what it is. It's Eternal Fire or Heretics play Foot. Or Team Vitality or Liquid play Fnatic.
As okay, that's what we didn't get to see is how
I think I want Eternal Fire to win this game. Which they could. I mean, that should be a decent game.
Protection for him. Left him on an
And Foot can win.
Very nicely done here from Full Sense, and a little bit sloppy in the setup here for T1 as well. But still able to afford some buys. This as well as the next.
My hate for Team Liquid is real.
Fury, a pit and an overdrive.
Again, I don't hate Team Liquid. I think Team Liquid are
T1's
boring.
response is to group up a little bit. See if they can contest space. Love this angle, but love the drone even more. Great kill off of it.
Check it out, and yeah, Buzz goes sliding in. Jit Boy's able to peel back a second as Stacks will hit the floor, but now with Izu continuing to excel, allows them to try to go for the res. He's picked up just around the corner as well, so Cruz cannot find a further punish.
Okay.
Very well played here by T1, suspecting that that push was going to be coming through the double doors. Avoid giving up more kills, and now they pump the brakes, trying to get some curiosity, mistakes out of Full Sense. You're still stumbling.
Well, that was winnable there. Both pushing elbow. Big fight coming for Munchkin.
But Stacks finds that kill.
Well,
Munchkin
GG.
finds the elbow. Cruz now to try to do it all. Finds the first in a 1v2 without suffering any damage is very possible for him.
Reconsidered a wrap, but Izu and Stack's going to play it safe. Covering both Link and Main. Can wait for the tap on the spike to make a play. Still have the fragment, still have 2 shock darts, so tons of delay built in.
Last player standing.
Visible now.
Shock darts now no longer in the equation. There's the fragment. Cruz getting the spot. Actually eats some damage as well. I believe one of those bullets catching onto him puts him to 31. Pushing out, they miss each other. Cruz is able to find it, but he cannot get the defuse. The time is just not going to be there.
Oh.
Well bought by T1. As they do move up 12-7.
Another almost amazing clutch for Full Sense.
Match point.
Just slimmest of margins in a couple of these rounds could be a world of difference in how this map turns out, to be honest. You know, you think back to the pistol or where it was .03.
Oh, that is just great. Recon right through that tiny little window at elbow.
Beautiful util from Izu. The drone into that recon was so great to clear that space and give them that extra man advantage.
Well, 5 rounds needed here for Full Sense. Primy with the operator. Still those ults to speak of. Never got to see the investment there from Leviathan.
Yeah. Cruz tanks that. And the ping from T1 suspects that the op might be back pyramid.
Okay, I mean, the buy is not great here.
Pit available for
The
Leviathan.
Jib Boys. Oh, he does have his ult, it's fine.
Pretty far back on B.
If T1 win, I win the Pacific pick'ems in pretty sure.
Good for you. Well, it's still playoffs to go. What are you talking about?
Oh, they get past just.
Are you that far ahead? Or did that just see him?
Did he spot anything? It's hard to say.
Maybe not.
Quite tell.
They're rotating.
Also,
I think
why are you not using a
I've
Viper's
seen
Pit when it's fucking 12-7?
Pixel out of position there. Jit Boys Gonna have to sprint this corner if he wants to find value with the Bucky, but we'll just go ahead back away. Meanwhile, it's gonna be T1's turn to scale forward.
Oh, no.
In. Nice little how do you do is Buzz. Ooh, sprinting out. Eventually he's able to plant his feet, finding that kill. Relay bolt. They try to save them off. At the same time, Buzz going to be taken down off screen.
The boys wins the Neon Ball. They do use ult. It's a strange one.
The pit immediately there in response. Recon lob forward, cleared out Munchkin.
Do you have time to go?
As they will back away, playing off of Izu's intel, opening up this A side of the map with the operator.
Gotta run though. The op should just kill them.
Remaining.
10 seconds.
If Primi cuts him off in the pass, that should just be GG on this round, and it will be.
Don't even think they had time anyway,
does.
honestly.
Cool, calm, and collected as Primi is full sense. Find the first of 5.
This looked like it was going to get weird again. But there's a couple extra players in mid here for full sense. And you win the front battle against Stacks.
10 seconds.
Able to clear his way through the site.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Spike down A.
And steady as she goes for Primi. Let's see. 4 in a row to force OT.
Another on an eco? I mean, that's a pretty disastrous round, honestly.
A bunch of sheriffs, but we've already seen.
Again, I don't know why they just, like, have full sense shown you that they know how to defend A? I don't think so.
Off of their ults for a bit. Who knows? Maybe Munchkin gets his. Maybe Meteor gets his.
Elbow around the drop to lose a series, so full sense. Get buckled in for this one.
They don't take a lot of space.
Always
That's
deadly when it comes down
not
to these
great.
thrifty attempts. For now,
Planted.
Spike is planted.
They are gonna pit, wow.
Immediately invested from Meteor. They can get some information on his location just like that! Then yep, they can drop it ASAP. Hunter's Fury didn't even have to do the job, but it'll still clean up a kill on a Buzz.
Ult didn't destroy the dart, cost them a round. And an
Beautiful
ult.
timing there from Killua.
Going over the top, looking for the spot. Tax, scooping up that Phantom, is able to find one as Chip Boys will fall. It's Izu and Munchkin once again with these sheriffs, and it's Izu once again finding 2.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
This
I'd
time
still
we'll
just
not be able
be
to bring
hit
it
this
into a
A side, bro.
1v1.
Just keep going A.
Decent attempt
going
there,
A.
but the defuse is in, and full sense
Don't even
now
think
need
about
3
it. Just
more.
go A.
Well, made it closer than you would think once again, but kind of by the time Izu sprang into action, it's sort of already done. Oh, right at their feet too. Oh my god.
That's like, actually, you know when you're doing the tutorial and you play as Silver and you have to, like, do the dart and then ult
Hard to
on
time
those
it any better.
bots?
Hard to place
That
it any better than
genuinely
he did
was
right
like
there.
that. You know, the bots just lighting
Yeah,
up.
right, and that's going to be the first time out of the
But they
map.
take a time out just to say, guys, this was what my call would be. I would say, I want you to go A 3 times in a row. Oh dear. What are the football games today? It's the championship's last day. Brentford v West Ham, that's a big game. Newcastle Brighton. Wolves Sunderland. And Fulham Arsenal. Arsenal. Schalke can be promoted, about fucking time. I hate watching Tottenham for relegation.
They can't get him in this round. If they can't find this one, he want to still
No.
building up towards the stack deck. Primi, though, going to be spotted out, so now they know where the operator is.
I don't really care.
Recon had not been cleared, so spot out onto a couple of players, and Chit Boys, ooh, going to be limping away. Tag down to 72.
Well, they are
Still
just
alive.
going A.
Kind of comes down to Meteor here. So the Bulldog tucks in around the corner. Got Primi right on the other side. A bunch of noise being made. Is this drone going to check?
It did not. It absolutely did not. And now Meteor will push it. Find the
Well, that's
second.
one way
What
of
a
winning the
punish and
game.
what a timing.
Oh,
Gets Chit Boys to boot.
Well,
As
GG.
Meteor wants
They
this
are the one
series
seed.
over.
Spike planted.
3 devastating kills, and Kahlua gonna be left kicking himself. Cruz is tucking back, avoiding the recon. Ian Leviathan with everything to do. A 2v5, and Cruz 21 health. Meteor potentially on for an ace. No, denied. But we'll be able to find the kill. Anti-flash turn, and Buzz looks to bring this to an end, and he will. 13-9.
Unlucky. Go away. It really isn't that hard. Okay, Prahash, let's take a look at
We
your
dropped
team.
one map. And that was
I'll do your team, then I'll go make some breakfast. And I'll put on China whilst we wait. Mada Aspas IGL only with 9. And you had double Lev as well, giving you a total of 5 points. That's not great. Double Fnatic, bolstered again with another pretty good week. Burno did okay. I mean, it's not ideal, is it? You got a full Americas team already. Well, apart from these two. I was kind of crashes Americas, but 2 players to swap out next week. All of these Americas. Tough though. Tough when you've got fucking Aspas IGL, the GOAT, sleeping. Should have gone Mada. Should have gone Mada. Like me. I mean, yeah. It's fine. But you got punished. You got punished heavy. The Lev didn't turn up. I mean, they did turn up. They just weren't as good. You know, you could be on 86 points instead. 86 points with 1, 2, 3, 4 players to play. But yeah, a lot of people see. Again, I said this. It's going to come down a lot to who you IGL. And if you IGL the wrong person, then you're going to have a rougher week. I'm 10 points ahead of the person next as well. Shamin, thanks for the 28 months. It's working again. Why is it working now?
You're not particularly proud of my team, but you might as well check it out. 106.
I will. LeBon John has still got Jempkin IGL, so he's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players to play. I need Jempkin to have a stinker. I need Jing to have a stinker. That would help me a lot. What about the guy who's actually in first? LeBron John's got 6 players to play, and he's 8 points ahead of me. So 8 points ahead, 6 to play. I've got 4 to play. Holy, this person had a pop-off week. They've only got 1, 2, 3 to play. But LeBron John will still probably be in first when all is said and done. They're 8 points ahead. Although Klutz, who was in here before, still has... I mean, I don't know how many Buzz got, but they did just win. Alim, Sadak, and less IGL to play. But they still got a few to play as well. They could be in with a shout of winning it here. I said top 10 was my goal, and I think top 10 right now is looking pretty likely, honestly, for me. Let me put this on. I'll go make some
And he
breakfast.
says that even with all the role changes, everyone adjusted really well.
The GOAT beat us.
大家都做得非常好，而且我有注意到一个细节，今天在图一
Oh,
的时候，
AG
你们
won it,
进
right?
攻方的时候，其实有德的蝰蛇是想往 A 大去顶一顶，然后当时你们队内是有一个人在 A 大拼了一个危险信号，然后正好那个时候的站位 T。
So you guys pinged like a danger on A main, and T were about to push A main. Do you guys remember what happened there?
还记得吗？
And he says everyone has kind of like these kind of plays in mind, so everyone's kind of comfortable with it.
我不知道是谁拼了，但是我觉得我们每个人都能拼出来。
每一个人都是非常关键的一环，就像你刚刚所提到。
So next is EDG versus DRG.
And you guys have still been playing the same comp after the version change on Lotus. And what's your understanding of the meta, I guess, right now?
Where's Trace Trooper? They have a chance. No, they don't. They're gonna lose the EDG or DRG.
And he says that like there are many different duos choices that we can make, and you also play like double initiator, double smokes. It's very free and up to us. And so you guys, AG talked about the mentality change after coming back from Santiago. How's it been so far, mental-wise?
我觉得当我们进入了季后赛之后，就已经改变了。
And he says that there's definitely been a mentality change like after we got to playoffs. Everyone's just like having fun.
不会像之前在打常规赛的时候给自己压力那么大，就一定要赢游戏。所以我觉得我们现在就非常好。
是的，没错，我们今天确实也是看到了，想赢的时候只会感觉更加的兴奋。今天也是非常。
And so your next match will be against one either.
Right. If both games are in a break, I'll do clues by sound. Because it should be hard. Wait, did someone... Yes, someone did, didn't they? With your team. It was you, Shamin. 106, and there was another one. Rally, Rien, Snick. All these losers. Blows my mind. Neon. Neon got 12, wow. Neon got an ace. You got a 4K, I remember. Man, my back after yesterday is fucking killing right here. Fuck me. You got 2 4Ks. Fucking hell, my back.
Sent the leaf figgle for the differential. Team name is a Jamiroquai.
Oh, I didn't even feel it yesterday, but I do remember getting hit in the back in football yesterday. And at the time I was like, oh, that's fine. But I'm getting old, and it's not fine. Oh, man. Neon Jing MW. Blows. Oh, Jesus Christ, that fucking wrecks. Good thing I got my new chair to sit on. Leaf IGL. Sanak Cruz. Trent Zekken Nerve. Double G2. I haven't seen a lot of double G2. Cruz... Probably didn't get many points there, I'm going to assume. That probably hasn't gone well. 28 getting old, you're telling me. I mean, that always happens with football when you play, and at the moment you don't feel anything. And then, you know, you get home, or you sleep. And then the next day you're like, fuck me. Double crew should be fine. I mean, Blow's only getting 3. You got Jing, Echo. I mean, it's not amazing this week. It's not terrible. It's not the worst team I've seen, but it's not the best either. It's kinda shite. But G2, like, the thing is, you've got double G2. If they do just pop off and destroy Envy, like, which they probably will, then you'll be fine. Again, the problem with G2 is who's going to get the kills. I feel like you're just flipping a coin as to who gets the kills each week with G2. Which is not what you want for... You know, it's not what you want for VFL. You want Primi, who just always gets all their kills. Rien's lost me. I mean, just as they started getting good. Just as Rien's puts up a life performance. Minus Loiter, minus Mini, minus Rossi. Plus Kiko IGL, Sadak and Tex. You removed him for the first time ever, and he starts popping off. That's tough. Fabian, Sadak, Trent, Tex, Freeing, Kiko, Artscene, Blows, MW, Neon, Primi. Yeah, that's a little rough. Kiko only with a 7-pointer as well, in like a pretty dominant win. That's tough, buddy. Fabian did well. Sadak, Trent probably will do fine. Tex, Freeing against Paper Rex. Primi probably got some kills, but probably didn't have his best game. Artscene should be fine. Blows with only 3. MW should be fine. I mean, again, it's mostly fine. I mean, Tech's only with 5 as well. I mean, the Tech's with, like, you got some pretty rough outings here, though. You know, Tech's, freeing, blows. It's a little tough. And getting rid of re-ends, that's funny. Low. So that's a throw. It's a throw from you. Both criminals in row 5 are connected. Exactly. 2 of the 4.
Yeah, I ran the double G2 plus leaf IG out with a differential. If I were
Makes
just
sense.
point smirksing ITD probably be jink.
Row 1 is the only row with exactly 1 criminal. Exactly 2 of the 4 criminals neighboring Stella. 2 of the 4 neighboring Stella are in row 3. So 4 out of you 5. And 2 of them are in row 3. Which means that the other 2... Oh no, here's 1. Never mind. Never mind. So I always make this mistake. So... 1 of you 2... and 2 of you 3. Only 1 or 2 criminals neighboring Frank is Chloe's neighbor. Only 1 of the 2 criminals neighboring Frank is Chloe's neighbor. So 1 of those 2 is guilty, which means that you've only got 2 criminals. 1 of them is here, and 1 of them must be one of these. That also means that Amy is innocent, but also Peter is guilty. Okay. There's an odd number of criminals in column B. Odd number. Well, this must be 1. That could be you, and it could be you. If it is you, it has to be you. So you 2 are the same. Only 1 of the 4 criminals neighboring Gladys is in row 1. Gladys has 4 criminals around her. And only 1 of them is in row 1. So here's 1. This is 2. That's potentially 3 and the 1. But if not, it must be Chloe. Who are also linked. And then 1 of you 2 is as well. Okay. Row 1 has only exactly 1 criminal, which means that Dennis now must be innocent. There are more criminals in row 3 than there are row 5. Well, 1 of these 2 is, so that means you're guilty. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Amy. Odd number. Well, 1 of these 2 is. Means that you be innocent. You are guilty. Wonderful. Wonderful. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Chloe. Okay. So 1 of these 2 is. That's 1, 2. So you must be guilty. Drawing the arrows helps so fucking much. Only 1 column has exactly 1 innocent. It's not this one. It technically could be this. No, 1 innocent. No, it can't be this one. Yeah, so it can't be that one. Could be this one. Or obviously it could be that one. Peter and Gia have 2 innocent neighbors in common. Peter, Gia have 2 innocent neighbors in common. Okay. So Tyler's guilty. Okay. So So if Tyler's guilty, that'd mean you're innocent and you're innocent. Would then mean that you would have to be innocent. You would have to be guilty. You would have to be innocent. That all works out. If these are both innocent, then you would have to be guilty. So basically, well, if you're guilty, fuck. Right, hold on. If you're the guilty one, and you two are innocent, then that would mean that you would have to be guilty. You would have to be innocent. That, I think, works. Fine. Odd number of criminals here. Oh, that way we would be able to work out later, so you would have to be innocent. That's fine. That all works. Right, so that works if you're the guilty one. If you're the guilty one, then you have to be innocent. Odd number of criminals. You innocent last time? Hold on, were they innocent last time? You're guilty. You two are innocent. Guilty. Guilty. Be an odd number, so you would. Yeah, you would be innocent both times. What if Stella was guilty though? Stella was the guilty one. These two were innocent. Guilty. Then you'd have to be guilty and innocent. We're stuck. I mean, we're not stuck. There will be a way of working this out, but I don't have it. Right, there's an odd number of criminals in column B. It's either 1 or 3. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Chloe. So one of Gladys or Bunty is guilty. There are more criminals in row 3 than row 5, so one of Nicola also is guilty. Only one column has exactly one innocent. Wait. So if Umar was guilty, you were innocent, you would have to be innocent, wouldn't you? You would be guilty, you would. Does work though, as far as I can tell. Peter and Gia have 2 innocent neighbors in common. Yeah, have 2 neighbors in common. That's these. One of the 4 criminal neighboring Gladys. In row 1. With the lines, I've essentially done that. Odd number of criminals neighboring Amy. Yeah. Row 1 is the Row 1 is the only row with exactly one criminal. Wait. So we know that one of these three is a criminal, which means that you must be.
You lose the round. You lose the game. It's an FPS game.
You're innocent.
What is this game called?
It's called Clues by Sam. Thank you, Incapacitate, for the 5 months. Exactly 2 criminals in row 3 have an innocent directly below them. 2 criminals in row 3. Exactly. So here's one. Could be Keita and Umar. Oh, hold on. If Umar is innocent, that means that you're guilty. That would mean that you would have to be guilty. You have to be innocent. You have to be guilty. How would I decide these two? It needs to be an odd number, so you would have to be guilty. Be innocent. And that would work. And those two are the 2 criminals. If it's the other way around, and you're guilty, you're innocent, that means that you would have to be, no, you'd have to be innocent. You'd have to be guilty, you'd be innocent. You would have to be innocent. Exactly 2 criminals, so that wouldn't work. So it's not that. So Umar is innocent. You're guilty. Which means that you are guilty, you are innocent, you are guilty. And there has to be an odd number here, which means that you are guilty and you are innocent. And voila! Only 29% had a perfect solve. Let's fucking go. Breeze Bind Haven. The VFL update. Oh, updates. What am I from? I don't even know. Where's that accent come from? Gonna be Birmingham. The VLR updates from the VLR API. But sometimes it gets a bit laggy. Have I done connections in a while? Fuck connections. Fuck that game. 1, it's too American. 2, it's shit half the time. A real voice? Well, it sounded a bit Paul McCartney at one point as well. Okay, Nongshim versus Global. What were the maps? Oh, fucking Breeze again. Breeze Bind Haven. Bruh. Another Breeze. More bullshit. And then later it's Crew versus 100 TTs. Time to what, 24 rounds of going, eh? Could be. Anyway, let's do this.
So let's send it to the stage for Nongshim and GE.
Also, I want to do a rant at some point about the co-streaming stuff and like being forced to watch the broadcast. But I'm too tired right now. But like one thing that I don't like about the broadcast, this is something from my theater times. Maybe we'll talk about it on Podfathers at some point. Thing I really don't like about the way they do the Valorant broadcast. They're so fucking static. This was a big thing for me when I was doing theater. Like when you're on these fucking death segments, how fucking static it is. Sitting. Like I understand that particularly in Pacific, they're not working with a lot of space, as you can see. Essentially, it looks like they have a box. But one of my main pet peeves whenever I was watching theater is if it was static. Like this just isn't visually interesting. And I know that part you remember, oh well, that's an interview. Yeah, but then after the interview it's like, is this visually interesting? I would say no. It's the opposite of visually interesting. And this is something that really see, like playing highlights of clips and stuff. Okay, I'm interested. But we just went like 5 minutes of not doing that. We just did 5 minutes of what I would say was something that was visually very dull. And that is my main problem. Like this, you know, I'm like, ooh, you know, let's see, I'll watch this. You know, you can literally, the difference is massive. But most of the time, and Pacific, to be fair, maybe have the hardest job of this because they probably have the least amount of space because they're maybe not even like the main broadcast there. So they maybe have like the hardest time, but it's true in EMEA and Americas as well, right? It's true in EMEA and Americas. Most of the time, the broadcast is 3 people or 4 people sitting down or just standing by a desk talking. And this was always a massive pet peeve. Like, if you're being static in theater, to me, like, static is a choice. If you're just standing there, that's a choice. And often being static is a terrible choice when it comes to theater, in my opinion. And I think the same is true for a death segment as well. If you're being static, that's a choice, and it's often a bad choice. The only time you should be static, really, is the static should be different to make a point that you're being serious. That's what static should be used for most of the time. But instead, static is the fucking default that no one thinks about. And it ends up being boring. Feels really relevant with the whole coaster. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, when people... Like, I don't know who's making these choices, and I know they don't have a massive budget or whatever. I've worked on fucking theater productions that have had fucking no budget whatsoever, right? Like, to me, the segments that they run are mostly just people sitting down talking. And that is like the lowest effort, like easiest shit to do that is not very interesting, and I think just doesn't work that well. Like, and for examples of like, you know, there are VCT segments that like are good when they don't do that, and that are good. You know, think of like when Bren and Sideshow do a fucking bracketology at the start of an international. It's interesting, right? It's chaotic. It's interesting. They're just slapping the teams down, going, "Oh fuck, you know, fuck, they win, shit, you know, put them in the final." Right? And it's funny and it's interesting. And you know why? Because it's not just 3 people sitting down talking. You know, there's movement, there's things going on, there's chaos, it's fun to watch. You know, there was a segment that they did in EMEA that I remember with Minnie, where he's like dressed in this oversized blazer and they've got like this filter on the camera. And, you know, making it look very dull and grey. And he's just static, like, talking in a very, like, bored voice. Been like, yeah, they did this, they did that. Like, that's static as a choice, right? What the broadcast mostly does is static as a default, not static as a choice. Like, that segment was amazing with Mini when they did that. One, because it was actually some fucking effort put into it. Two, because it was static as a choice. We're getting Sage Chamber on Breeze. Interesting. But, like, this is just something that, like, from my theater days, I in particular had one teacher at my uni that, like, would not accept, like, being just, you know, because a lot of people default in theater to just like, oh, here's a scene, you stand here, you stand there, you know, say the lines to each other and react. And it's dull as fuck. It's dull as fuck when you do that. That's not a good way of making theater. You know, that's what, like, people who are like snobbish about theater and think that it's shit, that's what they think theater is. And there is theater that exists out like that. And yeah, it's fucking dog shit. It's all dog shit. I remember having to watch a fucking version of King Lear that was just fucking old people talking at each other for fucking like 2 hours. It was dull as fuck. I hated it. Hated every second of it. It was boring as fuck. And the same is true for a fucking broadcast.
Force their way through these walls.
And again, I know that, you know, they don't have massive budgets, but again, I've been in theater productions that had no fucking budget. You can make stuff interesting. It doesn't take a lot. Do I just want them pacing around or something? No, I don't want them just pacing around. I want them to come up with interesting ways to give you the information, right? I mean, it can be literally as simple. Imagine Mini was doing a segment about Viper Walls. But imagine has a terrible Viper cosplay whilst he's doing it. What would you prefer to watch? Would you prefer to watch just Mini tells you about Viper Walls, or Mini in a terrible Viper cosplay tells you about Viper Walls? Which one would you rather watch? Because like that terrible Viper cosplay is going to be relevant in the future as well. You know, you buy that costume and it will cost you, I don't know, maybe 10 quid, right? Literally just get a green shirt with a black wig if you want to. You know, you really don't need to do anything more than that. The worse it is, the funnier it is.
Selves in. The other thing I really want to point out here for Global Esports, other than the Sage, is I need to see some more value out of the chamber with Autumn there. He's been struggling a little bit lately, so want to see him
simple as that.
Really pick it
simple
up
as that. And instead of Mini sitting down doing it,
some of this
you know, he would do what he was meant to do on that thing where, you know, it's shown on the floor and stuff. And he's walking around and being like, look!
That you're going to have to deal with here.
Look at this mid fight.
Also, it would be fucking hilarious because it was Mini. Anyway, in the game we go.
That relay bolt, and he will, but Yudotan will be able to sit him down as well. Now,
look at that fucking Sage roll. That's kind of cooking, honestly, from Global a bit.
But looking to find his way back out.
Separating the teams on a A-split? That's a fucking crazy wall. I mean, it looked like they were pretty ready for that play, to be honest.
Wall falling, shoulder spotted.
Oh, I mean, Crystal was very low there. I mean, that could have been pretty bad.
RB kind of slipping the net a bit. Get himself into a post plant, but winning out from here, going to prove to be difficult, does just have the classic in hand. All three players.
Sounds like he really wants Mini in a Viper cosplay.
As RB just going to go tucking on that right side of main entry.
Let's see if it works.
Top of it, the swing in the corner, and Patman able to survive. Opening pistol goes the way of Global Esports.
Just a little bit of a crunch in the mid. Global's pretty ready for it, and Yudotan gets there just in time with the relay bolt and the kill to slow Nongshim down. Even though Domby's able to find a double in here, this is the play.
Wouldn't Vice be better in place of the Sage?
Not do their brute force thing.
It's a little bit different.
I want to see the second one, or the third one from Crystal.
Will the Sage be good? I don't know. I mean, this was a good wall. It's a good start.
With just 8 HP. Huge. Huge start.
A good stuff for goal. So this game, by the way, is just for who is going to be the 4th seed in this group. Well, if you are the 4th seed, you start in the lowers, which is a pretty big detriment. The only team to make it to an international being the 4th seed was Paper Rex, who obviously then went on to win it. They were the only team to do it. In fact, only one other team last year won a single game from the 4th seed. Almost all of them literally just went straight home. So being a 4 seed is not good.
I am concerned after what we saw in the previous Breeze with that stack in the corner like that. Yeah. But they move from it, and they have to drone to clear. Gonna see X-Ross. That's actually pretty, probably confusing and not gonna pull any rotation. So in terms of throwing a little bit of misdirection here, Nongshim doing a nice little maneuver.
Autumn dialed in. Oh, and spotted. And catches Francis there, midair. Push on the corner. Tommy able to find the headshot. Patman gonna be struck down.
They saw him as well.
Autumn under some fire.
Tommy has another flash. Doesn't want to use it when you know a guy's there. That seems a little strange.
Catch on the relay bolt. Spike money gonna be going over here for the plant. Range on that judge. Eventually we'll be able to find Ivy.
One enemy remaining.
As this should be a very clean little pickup here on the round. Ivy will be able to find X-Ross over in mid. So the views to come through. 4 players to stay alive. Global Esports.
My America's rankings changed after last night's games. Well, unlike apparently everyone else in the scene, I'm not an overreaction Owen.
Overall.
I mean, that was the only one who was killed.
Because I picked MIBR to win that game and still put them 3rd in my rankings. So I did put Lev ahead of MIBR, but so maybe I'd put MIBR back ahead of Lev.
With the Bulldog though.
But other than that,
realizing that
I think most of my rankings are still good.
He's there, no problem. Okay, big bonus coming up.
But everyone else would have put MIBR about 8th, I think, apparently.
I feel like I'm going to hate this round.
Well,
Recon out, Odin spam. Getting overly
that is not what you want to hear, really. Why is your Neon so far ahead of your Phoenix ult? And why has it worked?
Run it back, still going. Now going to be cut short. Autumn able to find that headshot.
Well, it hasn't really
worked. A
worked.
little bit more. Finds Francis as well.
Well, it worked okay, let's say, but
as the spike will get planted, but Hobby Patman not going to be too far behind. Get clustered up over at the doors.
Look at this little position that Donby tucked into.
Quick split though as well. Patman his way now up and through A main, but RB watching the angle. 70 HP, jump spots. Player over back sight. Patman will be able to clean him up.
Oh no.
Finding X-Ross, and suddenly it is just Donby having to do it all. Pushes forward, snaps on for the kill. Throw ball out and over the top, trying to get the blind, and Patman running low on time.
Not a great blind.
Donby spotted him, and he knows that he's not sticking it. Doesn't see the progression. Just waits this out. Plays it gorgeously. Patman with a very nice shot. Just not quite going to be able to get this one. So, the round goes the way of Nongshim.
That's right. I mean, very close.
But
not a bad effort from Global.
Crown here as Nongshim don't carry anything forward.
Donby's trying to get the troops fired up. He's screaming down there on stage after getting the clutch, but it was not easy. It was very
Phoenix
labored.
ult, and you
nice
only, and everyone die.
Good headhunter kills there.
Why is VFL not for playoffs?
Just slowing things down.
Well,
got some damage
we would
into
essentially have to
RB as
change the
well, so
rules
stop
midway
the
through,
run it
in a
back
way,
kinda
because
was a big
some
part of
teams are
why
going to
this
play
round was almost
potentially
Global
5
Esports.
games, I think,
Cat has been
and
sharp.
some teams are going to play
10th clutch.
1,
Okay, yep. I can
and
hear
some teams are going to play none.
Thought for a second we're going to get another explosive
And also
fight
America's
here
is
at
on
A
a different time to the others.
Well, with Nongshim in here, it certainly feels possible, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
Basically, what I never wanted VFL to be, and this is my problem with playoffs, is I never wanted VFL to just be like, if you pick the right team, you win.
For 2 kills of his own, Francis to the rescue alongside
Which is
Ivy.
basically what it would be for playoffs. It would basically be, did you pick the right
Stun
team?
coming in, the judge not going to be caring about that, but the timing is completely
Those are
off.
teams with buys. Nice.
Thought maybe he had backpedaled up, maybe he could close the gap. Just ends up trading places, and Francis.
Bren. After the MIBR, do you think I'm Bren?
Now down to Autumn.
Well, one shot to this outlaw.
After the MIBR game yesterday, would you change the order of the top 5 on the Godfathers?
Start this.
I mean, one, I'm not Bren,
Decent position
but
now
I'll
for
tell
Nongshim.
Bren that you thought I was Bren. That's
Tie
funny.
this up 2-2.
Oh, point, thanks for the 24
Still
months.
would love to do it cleanly.
Are we ginger Brits all the same to you? But I mean, I was just saying, in my individual power rankings, I still put MIBR third.
Trying to figure things out. That's
And yeah, they would probably
swap.
be a bit higher.
Gets away
They
from
would
the
maybe
damage
make the
from
top
France.
5.
X Ross swinging the corner. Gonna be struck down. Ivy just staying tucked. Just wait, delay, going
Hello?
to swing as Francis faces forward. And,
Losable?
they're not playing together. He's sticking it. Ivy! He's sticking it! Has your keyboard and mouse disconnected? Is something amiss? Do we need a paramedic?
Well, you
Did
might
he not
be
realize
needing
he
to call
half?
the
I think he
ambulance
must have
after
just
that
not
one
realized he got
because
half.
What just happened?
I think I need one.
I mean, they
I need
played
an
that about as
optometrist because I
badly
would
as they
like to
could
have
have
my
done.
eyes surgically removed.
This is such a weird decision from Yudo. After that relay bolt. Timing.
That's
thought-
insane.
Okay, well, great start for Nongshim.
Now they're on an eco?
Again,
That is
doing a good
insane.
job delaying. Let's get ping revealed, but kind of doesn't care.
Overdrive popped and just unscouted as Hirotan tucked into the corner. France
Why
able
is
to
my
find one.
fucking one right? I'm gonna need these teams. If you're just gonna fucking run a fast play on your eco when you got one rifle, give your rifle to a fucking duelist.
But I don't think he's going to see anything in global esports.
Why?
Not gonna be
Like,
taking
that's
any
the first
chances
fight
here.
he's taken.
Ivy dead. X
After
Ross able to just
3 other
hustle
people
his
are
way
dead.
To a kill, but Crystal will have the cleanup, and that's going to be a 4-1 start.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
been
It's
some
2026.
wild rounds
Fucking
Seemingly changed
stop
the
playing for your
destiny
own
of these
stats,
maps.
motherfucker.
Lose
You
Francis'
literally
ult
cost
there
your
too
team.
quickly.
You know what? You cost the team last round. You don't deserve a gun.
Corner not checked. That means your overdrive, one of the win conditions for you in this round, dealt with quickly. Vito does end up falling, but that's not the end of the world at all.
Timeout.
And
Yeah, that's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is necessary. You're not wrong. Like, if you're gonna... Right. If this is your round, and this guy has one rifle, maybe let's just take our time and let this guy walk somewhere and see if he wins his fight with the rifle. And if he does, then we can neon ult and do something. Like, it's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. Instead, let's do a fucking A split. Well, not even an A split. Let's just fucking run through doors. And this guy just stand at the back watching everyone die. I mean, I just don't get it. Play to your win con.
Yourself off on that right foot, get that momentum. That's kind of where they've been. Streaky 2-2s for both of them.
Autumn just pushing forward, finding RB. That is the spike now dropped. Does he read that Dumby's going to be on the close angle? Well, he nearly is able to find.
Well,
Kill on
that would have been
X Ross as
crazy.
Well. Risky jumping
Now no
out.
harbor.
Nice rendezvous though.
Have the
sensing
wall
that
on
that
B.
might
I
be
mean, with no
dangerous.
harbor, yeah, you should be like feeling like they're probably not gonna go
Run it
there.
back.
Ready to
Hey
go.
TMV, in your
Scraping
opinion,
forward
do you
into
think
the relay
Nongshim
vault.
are more of a neon or you're
Gonna
a
be spotted.
merchant?
Snaps back. Meanwhile, Yudotan
That's a
trying to
great
scale
question.
forward, but
I
Ivy
would
will
say
shield
that
the
they
nose.
are-
That turns back trying to get the 180. Solid read, but Patman able to collect Dumby as well.
Oh man, that is a tough question.
X Ross pinged out. Silently works his way forward into the site, but how are you meant to really plan from here? Francis, the one with the spike in hand. You're completely surrounded. There's no safe position around this pillar to really try to go for it, and Patman's going to be able to collect the third, and X Ross will fall to the wayside as well. 5-1
Man, this is
to
rough.
start.
They are getting abused right now. I
Not gonna
think
be
that they
leading
are
to a
more neon
conversion.
merchants.
Dude, Pat has been so good
Probably.
for global esports.
But it is close.
Autumn as well.
Like, if you think it's
Some
only
really nice
neon, the
chamber
thing is,
moments. Again,
they
his decision
are
to
also
rendezvous out of
Yoru
there
merchants because without
saved his
Yoru,
life.
you know, they aren't even leaning into their neon merchants.
Easy here at the end. Just
So they are also definitely Yoru merchants. Without that, they do look more lost. To the point where they put the best neon in the world,
cooking
not
right
on
now,
neon.
5-1.
So that is tough.
Pretty streaky. You've got a bunch of ults to play with. Nongshim on another eco. Just
Another
RB
eco,
ult.
just running it down B.
Got for the
Elden
cove.
Bay, tag low, RB dead to
They're
a shock.
also low.
Francis at 34, still getting revealed. Just util magnets, it would seem. I mean, look at him.
Javi's so quick on the flank.
That he is. Peeks in, Ivy dead, and the remaining players had 100 HP between the three of them. Push to the wall, X-Ross, a nice shot.
And well,
Peeks in, and
I'll say
okay.
nice try,
Give him
but
credit where it's due. It's a very solid one to clean up Patman as well, but no closer to winning a round. So 6-1.
But yeah, they
I
are
mean,
some more
GE's
neon
game
merchants,
plan
I'd
so
say.
far is
Just
really
because
nice in terms of
Gambi on
just
neon is just different. But this is
buying
what I
enough
was saying
time
to
that they can
this is what I was saying
get
to
into
Jober on
these sites
Plancha
and
that he didn't
completely
seem
prevent
to
Nongshim
really like, which
getting
is
into anything that resembles a post plant for the most
like
part.
Nongshim.
They've been so
Looking with how it's looking right now, they might as well have just
Either
kept
the
Gambi
relay
on neon
bolt or the
and just
slow.
tried to find something that works with
Nongshim's
Francis.
initial movement, and other than
Like
the
Francis
one round
at this
where Exos
point
tried to sell a fake at A, we haven't
Probably
seen
could have
much
just
change in
learned
direction,
Phoenix
change
well
in
enough to be good at
pace.
Phoenix, or learned another duelist well enough to be good at that. Right, learned Raze or
Shots,
something.
like a little reprieve here for Nongshim.
Because they've just nerfed themselves by putting him. Like their ceiling is just a lot lower when this guy isn't on neon.
From Javi, it's a spot. He'll just have the wall right.
Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Oh my god, that is disgusting. Immediately layers in the slow orb, checks back over to main, and Ivy is
And
dead.
avoids the ult too. Crazy.
Fury. Meanwhile, Crystal, he's the one coming
Oh
over the
my
kills,
god, Javi,
as
what a
Javi
round.
locks down the site. Nearly finds himself the fourth. 36 away from that. X-Ross managing to stay alive here. And here comes Patman. Might not even be necessary.
Holy, I mean, what a fucking cook.
Crystal dialed in. 7-1, and already you have to be considering, do I call the second time out?
It's probably being thought
What a
about.
round.
Do I try to table it for later? Because I don't think you can.
This is disgusting from Javi. Oh my god. That fadeaway. Filthy, and Francis has no idea where to look.
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if this was just mental warfare.
Now they're back on an eco again.
Because the most likely thing for him to do is change a comp.
True.
And he hasn't. They haven't played this map since kickoff. So surely if you're Nongshim, you're coming into this and you're thinking, oh, he's going to have something crazy. We think it's probably going to be this.
The old double fake.
And then he's just like, I've changed nothing.
And they just go back to an A
I
exit.
played the comp 30 minutes ago. Slide in, Autumn going to be caught.
Gotta get that
Real
one.
RB dancing
Got to get
around.
that one,
Francis
Patman.
Beaton somehow finds Patman through the wall.
Okay, well, I mean, it's a tale as old as time. Go A.
Hold the round.
It really
Nongshim
isn't.
to suddenly start looking steady.
Lovely sport, Gooners. Thanks for the follow on.
Says, thank you very
Yeah, I
much.
mean, it looks like it.
High TMVGE winning.
I mean, it looks like it right now, although this is not a great round.
We're able to bypass it, Francis.
We know he's good with an op.
Yep. That's
Autumn was a little impatient there, I think. Playing against a neon as a chamber there, you're essentially just hoping that the neon slides in the perfect direction for you.
Yudotan just to maybe see if he
He
can get
doesn't.
some exits. Obviously,
You're probably
has
dead.
plenty of money, has an overdrive, so it's not much of a concern in that regard. Perhaps doesn't want to give over any extra ult charge. Stabby halfway to the run it back. This would be close. See if they end up crossing paths here, as it seems like they will.
Thrifty.
As swoop in, up shot, going to be going wide. So Thrifty's going to be confirmed, but that operator not going to be carried over as Yudotan's able to find himself in a second as well. So a bit more damage going to be dealt, but Nongshim at long last can pick up their second round win.
Yeah, probably a frustrating one, but again, you don't stop them at the choke, and that allows Francis to just burst through, and Autumn can't hit that shot. A tough shot, no doubt.
Does this game matter? Yeah, this game is for
Too
4
much.
seed, which... So essentially, this game is
And I was
like
gonna-
losing a
I was
playoff
actually
game,
thinking this.
if you think of it like that. This is a playoff game that whoever loses starts and lowers.
With Baron Nongshim and mates' performances, will people finally realize how much of a nerf/buff meta shifts and map pools can be for teams?
I mean, if they didn't already realize that, then I think they're just fucking stupid. If Switch have scored, they're probably going up just to get relegated again. I look forward to it.
Frost was calling in the timeout. Now you've got all to work with. Let's listen to the GE.
Things are trying to do, I think, will make London. I have no idea. Probably XLG, EDG, and someone else.
Crystal just double checking, making sure that Javi holding that angle in mid.
Look at how far back the trip is.
How far forward Autumn has gotten.
Yes.
Just tucked under window.
They kind of have a chokehold on the map right now.
So, 5-bit on 8 has seen absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
they have just waited and waited.
Nice timeout. I get why. I get it.
45 seconds gone. This is slow going here from Nongshim, who have.
Look at the neon on A though in the Viper's pit.
They drone from this corner and do spot
They
Autumn.
really think it's A.
That could be big because obviously he's
Despite the fact the Viper wall's on B as well.
They're actually checking for it. They've read it. They just can't kill him.
Oh!
Autumn just massacres 4.
That's insane.
Woo! They checked it. Didn't matter.
30 seconds left.
I mean, they had the read.
Yeah.
Just,
Wow.
Insane. Well,
my God.
Good on Autumn.
Good timeout.
11-5 and 2 now, and that is a very
Good timeout.
nice timeout
Autumn,
call
what if
from
you just
Frost.
what if your crosshair was
Overall, I
like
the
bad
idea
at the
from
start
Frost,
and then
but
you just killed every
it helps
single
when
play?
this happens. That helps a lot. That makes the one kind of weakness in that setup is actually if Autumn just gets killed there and traded quickly.
But you do have to question it, though. If you go back, okay, you have a read, you have an understanding that there could be a player in that position. Why is Xross not peeking out from window at the same time as Domby facing forward?
That's true.
Why is he given that opportunity to go 1-for-1?
That's also
you still
true.
have about 40 seconds remaining in the round. You can take the extra couple seconds to try to ensure that you get that check. Either way, Batman looking to try to hold the door here in main, but Autumn will have to get involved.
Ooh, Ivy, big win.
Big one. Finding Crystal on that exit from elbow. Reckoning now going to be sent forward. Getting that near side on the Autumn, but he's got the judge for this reason, and that is the spike ushered to his feet. Xross though making noise. Shock dart. Oh, into the drone. This is a risky gambit. But Autumn not fast enough to actually push the angle. Ends up losing his life. Some head scratchers here on both sides.
Okay,
of the
2v2.
still down.
Yutan has ult.
Right in that wall.
Sorry.
Yutan.
You gotta just ult him now.
Knows they don't have the spike. Should know that Ivy is just here behind this box. Right to the wall though. Now the double face coming in, but Yutan is able to collect one before Ivy trades it. Spike in hand, the pit now planted at backside. Crystal nearly with an angle. Ends up being just a hair off.
He's misplayed that pretty badly, I think, Crystal. Oh, but he's giving him a chance. Yeah, I don't love the way Crystal played. I think you got to close the gap there quite a bit more than he
What a
did.
play from him when Nongshim needed the most.
Last round in
Yeah, just a few
Gave Ivy a
little
lot of options there by not closing the gap.
micro decisions in this round that again could sway it
What
one
maps
way or
would I play
another, and
Phoenix?
This time it's Autumn.
Haven, Pearl, I think are like the two that are, you know,
But
solid Phoenix
pressured
maps.
Xross as soon as he heard that drone go
I think
out.
so far what I've seen, some
Zed
teams have
tried
been
to
playing
wait.
on Fracture and it's looked pretty
thought there'd be
decent, I
another
think.
player
So
there.
I'm not against playing on Fracture either. Obviously you got the 4 ult ults also, so it's easy to get quite a lot of ults.
I think you still like your chances.
Yes.
Given you have that judge, but
Breeze, I think
perhaps
there's probably better options.
it's gonna go checking forward, trying to see if the hero of the previous round.
Ascent, I would expect to see when that comes in the pool that you'd see quite a bit of Phoenix.
Be coming through onto the A site.
I think Split,
Marks there, slows it down.
Raze,
Autumn.
Neon is probably better than
Jump
Phoenix
out,
as well.
Tammy just gonna go strafing through that
Basically, I think it's
Fury, and
if you're
will
playing
get
a
snapped back.
non-Raze map, I think
Ivy
Phoenix is good.
getting caught. Player down, plan still gonna be coming through. Xross
Spike planted.
back over to try
Oh,
to
fuck
the rest of the
me.
team, but Downbeat now dead. Francis as well. Caught at
Blank
the
coming in
doors.
as well.
It's Xross and RB. A 2v5 to try to make this a 4-8 half, but now it is all on the hands of Xross, who cannot bear the weight for very long. The defuse to come in, it's 9-3.
9-3,
Esports.
holy.
not relenting whatsoever in this opening half.
Yeah, I mean,
Dominant half. From your boys, Global. Barbados have scored. And Ipswich are going up. 2-0. Okay, 9-3. I mean, they are playing as Chamber Sage, so maybe this will be defense-sided, but... I mean... I don't think it'll be 9-3 defense-sided.
You know?
Yep. Now I remember.
Well, that might change.
That might change.
Hell of a time to fly this.
They've been watching EMEA. Then the just absolutely just bonkers graphics they'll fly. They're full stacked. This is actually pretty scary.
Yeah,
okay.
This is Death Bally is all hell from Global.
Yeah. It's just, can you win this against RB?
Noise made, and they're going to go pushing past it very quickly. RB trying to peek in, but Yotan not caught.
They catch Crystal just droning on his own, though. That's not good either.
As well.
What the fuck was our plan this round?
Peak,
Where were we gonna use the Sage Wolf? You can't do a slow fucking B-split. I mean, B-splits in general are a bad idea on this map, but a slow B-split is never got a chance.
Oh yeah. Just kind of a odd pistol round.
Like, once you get this kill, right, you gotta go. Go now.
Delayed here, trying to scramble.
Where is Xavi going?
How you can get through. You're shut down at the front of B as well, so all you're left with are these 4 players trying to
Why are B-splits bad?
bully their way in. And
well, one, just because they're the least, they are the lowest win rate idea, I'm pretty sure. But B-splits are bad. I'll just explain. It's a second round, so I'll mute it for a second. B-splits are bad. So often when you do a split, right? What's the point of like doing a split? Well, you take more space, obviously. For post-plan, obviously, it's better because you've taken more space. But also, you're hoping that people, like, if you're here on A, you know, you're in some trouble now. Because you got people coming at you this way, you got people coming at you that way. You're in some trouble, right? So the A split, it's, you know, pretty tough. The thing is with an A split as well, though, you really only have to put a smoke here and you can just do it. You know, you don't really need that much effort to go and do an A split. When you come and do a B split, first thing is you have to walk up here, right? You have to take this space because the defenders can be here, right? The defenders can meet you here. So you might have to use util just to take the initial space. So that's not good. As this round actually got a little bit close, but...
dancing around here at center pyramid, he's going to get blinded up.
Close enough. So that's the first thing. You have to actually, like, take some initial space before you even do the split. Whereas on A, it's like, you put a smoke here, you run in this way, and you do it. So that's the first thing, is it takes resources to do it. Then, as I say, if you do this slowly, the problem is you're going to get reflanked. Right? People are going to come from the other side of mid. People are going to be coming in from nest. So you have to deal with nest. You have to worry about the other side of the mid. You can't be slow. Like, you can't do it slow because eventually people from mid will catch you out. Like we saw in the pistol round there. So if anything goes wrong, you know, if you start getting stalled out here, you're in a lot of trouble. So that's not good. Then the other thing is, even if you actually start to do the split, what positions that defenders play are they, like, in a lot of trouble now? okay, maybe this corner, but honestly, think about how far you actually have to get out of here for someone in this corner to be worried. You have to, like, get all the way to pillar. Right? Maybe people back here have got a more difficult time now, sure. But a lot of the time, people back here, which is where defenders mostly play, they aren't really that effective. You know, they still have a lot of cover, they've still got a lot of time to just survive back there. Right? It's not like when you're here on A, you don't have a lot of cover. You don't have anywhere to go. Back here, you do. Right? It's still quite easy to isolate one side.
Francis, quick adjustment. See that back.
But basically, a B-split is harder to do initially. You have to do it fast, otherwise you just lose. Or you'll get reflanked. And even when you do it, a lot of the time, the players on B will still be able to kind of hold it down. You know, they'll still have quite a bit of time to hold stuff down.
Will have him dead. So Global Esports not allowing for the bonus conversion. Slow things down. They get up to double digits.
Yeah, that's really, really key.
Like when they changed this B side to make this corner like,
you know, Nongshim
like
here
this,
taking a page out of
that part,
Paper Rex's
it made
playbook
these
where
B
they try to
splits
get
like,
that op into something's hand round 3. They just don't quite
I
have
mean,
the same
basically
leg.
useless because now this to
Francis
get
is a
out
pretty
onto
nice
this
one
to that front
in
part
the
of
long
sight
run.
is takes fucking forever. You're just running in a straight line here down the tunnel forever.
Oh, looked a little labored at times. Like Nongshim
And you don't
actually had
even
a
get
pretty
any
decent
benefit
beat
until
up.
you've like
How
taken
that
the
was
whole
all gonna
fucking
play
site.
out, but just couldn't win some of their battles again.
It's just like a
That's key
doing
in
on a
this meta.
pistol is probably like your best time to do it
Especially
because
with the
there's less
Kronchi
util
is
to
running.
stop you from doing it.
And the
But
only smokes you have are the Viper, so
just in general,
Patman holding on to this toxic screen.
again, when I think about maps as the attackers, I always think of like all defenders. My way of analyzing maps, or like when a new map comes out, is my first thought is like, okay, you know, let's take Breeze. You could go and just do an A hit. You could do an A split. You could do a B split. You can do a B hit. Those are your 4 main ways that you're going to attack the map, right? Most of your rounds are going to end in one of those 4 things, right? You might have the odd round, you know, where you lurk up here and, you know, do something like that, but most of your rounds are going to be one of those 4 things.
what a flash.
Okay, they displaced Patman,
And then it's just like, well, what's the easiest one to do? Well, the easiest one to do is just, you know, this,
Let's put him a world away.
right? But that's actually still pretty good.
Until he can try to join in.
So a decent amount of your rounds should just be A hits, because it's the easiest thing to do and it works a decent amount of time, right?
Overdrive invested, kill on a 1 pound. 2 players tucked in behind
Then you should have some B hits, you should have some A splits.
Nice little reposition from Mutaton. Is the fuse going to be held up to half?
Oh well.
Both players splitting
And he
apart
got the kill.
away from one another.
Okay,
And this
GG.
time Mutaton gets the better of Francis as Crystal finds the kill. The cleanup is there, and Global Esports now up to 11. The economy for Nongshim broken, and the overdrive no longer available.
Wowzers. Oh, what a win there for Autumn. Ivy's usually so difficult
I
in
know
those
this
moments.
question has been asked
Justin
before,
for
but how
Francis.
would you nerf Neon?
How would I
think Riot
nerf
could
Neon?
nerf the Neon
Pretty
pool to
solid
make
round
it
here,
like a
but
Sky heal and only
Couldn't
recharges
break
when
the space
getting a
open
kill.
fast enough. And the Hunter's Fury.
Well, just to finish the
and
previous
Autumn.
point, my point with the map theory is like,
Okay,
why would I do a B
Two
split
away.
when it's like the hardest thing to do on the
sending us
map?
over to bind.
And I've got other
For
options that are
Ekros, a
actually
bunch of
pretty good.
Guardians, they're investing in
Right,
this
like why would I
Nongshim.
even bother?
Pushing the way into this, and it's a big
Maybe I'll
walk
throw
now.
in one every so often, but for the most part, it's like,
Has a Marshall.
well, I could just go A. I could just go. He's not going to wall that off. He is. Wall himself in.
Trying to say protect, but Utah
Wow.
rides that wall, hops up over the top, finds
What?
Francis.
How has that
Coming to the
worked
save,
so
and
well?
Gabby is dead. And their
How
aggression
has that
is being
worked, man?
punished.
The
How would I
back and
nerf
forth,
Neon?
Up and over.
Meanwhile, Ekros has now made his way over to the B side. So, can my Marshall be of service here? No. No, it can't.
I think you could
They are
really
rotating
nerf the sliding
into the
accuracy
open
as
A
well, to
side
be honest.
as Autumn slipping the wheel. Good shot from Ivy, but there's the interception.
I think you could nerf the sliding accuracy. I think honestly there's different ways you can nerf Neon. It depends what you want Neon to
Everybody
be.
buying what they could.
If you want Neon's role in the
have
game to be an agent that like is hard to
Try to
hit
save.
and is like a more of a teammate, like, you know, like jumps around.
0 creds behind
Like,
that
to me,
Guardian.
you have 2 ways you could do it, right? Either you can keep Neon as somewhat self-sufficient, or you can make Neon not as self-sufficient and just a team agent,
Oh,
right?
God.
If you want to make Neon the team agent, you can keep the fuel and stuff like that, but you can just like giga nerf the sliding accuracy, so that it's very hard for Neon themselves,
Gonna try to hold on to
maybe
this
the
one.
sliding
However,
accuracy,
we're
maybe
gonna
the
take it out of
ult
his
has
hands.
perfect
We
sliding
shall.
accuracy, right? But just the ult.
Unkillable in this round is
Right, when
Hobby.
you have a gun, it's not. It's very
Global
inaccurate.
Esports
Therefore, the
are
neon becomes a lot better at just like the slide
giving
is
it
a
all.
survive
This
tool.
is
Right, the
brutal.
slide isn't a the
What
slide
great
isn't a
play
survive
there, knowing
and
that
I'm
the
gonna
relay
kill you
bolt
tool.
bounces off the wall.
Right, the slide is
Mentor
more like a
according to
jet
plan.
dash.
Oh, you think
Where it's just like
we're
I'm gonna
trapped in
move
here?
quickly
No,
and get
we're
out.
not at all. Ooh, Ivy.
That would be one way of doing it. Or you could nerf the
Hobby's having a
neon is like a
phenomenal
tank,
round.
you know, jumping around hard to hit thing
So,
by nerfing like the
last
fuel,
time out,
by
you were
nerfing
wondering.
you know, whether neon can jump around and stuff. I think most people would rather that neon, you know, can't jump around and the like. I think most people would prefer that. But again, if you did nerf like like imagine you couldn't shoot your gun while sliding. You know, maybe all of a sudden like people would be like, oh, neon's not too bad. Because then the neon running at you isn't actually just a threat anymore. More just like a fly that you have to swat. But you, like, them themselves aren't a threat for a time. Even if they're running towards you. Whereas now when a neon is running towards you, it's like, this is a threat. Okay, 12 to 5. This game is over. I mean
Timeless
some of these rounds that they've won, the autumn 4K round into that fucking wall round.
Well, he's just killing everybody.
I
Okay,
mean,
stick to
Jesus, they're
parking
getting
and let's go
actually
to mine,
fucking.
baby. Woo!
I agree, Seth.
Just okay. I mean, it's what else can you say? We'll see. There's possibility here, but I mean, you have so many ults right now. If you can even get to the post plan, it's gonna be pit GG. Certainly feels like it.
What are they cooking? I mean, it's gonna work. I think they have overcooked this round unnecessarily.
Overdrive pop, drops down, doesn't register Dobby's location. Tries to find one, but nothing more. Patman, he's already pushed out into the site.
I think a small sliding accuracy nerf is maybe fair, but all hit counters are super weak, so buff them and then see if the Santa's not being on life support will do something. If she is too strong, then maybe nerf her harder.
Well, that's the thing, right? And I was
this how we got patch 11.0.
I was saying this to Sideshow yesterday. Like, I do think this is a pretty good test.
We get to a point where Phoenix is probably one of the best agents, and people
that's what I was about to say.
Phoenix nerf. At that point, the balanced team has to really think about their approach if we are really at a point where the worst agent for like 5 years needs to get nerfed.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be my point. That if Phoenix is meta, that means that the game is too weak. Like, agents are not good enough. And I'm hoping that they'll just, like, realize this. You know, considering now that, like, I think most people in the community would say that, like, Champs Paris meta-wise, you know, with a couple outliers, you know, like, yeah, Yoru was too strong. Viper's still probably too strong. You know, back then maybe Omen was too strong. Like, hopefully they realize, like, oh yeah, we went too far in the gunplay direction, and we need to go back to making it a more balanced overall game. Because to me right now, it's like, yeah, if like you could nerf, you know, all of the duelists. You know, you could nerf Neon, and then you could nerf Phoenix, and then you could nerf, I don't know, fucking Raze and Jet as well. Like, you know, just make them all fucking useless if you want to. That's whatever, right? But yeah, you are just gonna get to a stage where it's like, every agent who didn't get nerfed in patch 11. We're gonna fucking end in a Reyna meta. But yeah, I think if Phoenix is like meta, then you have a problem. Because the thing is, it's not even like Phoenix is just meta. Like, Phoenix is actually winning most of his games too. Like, Phoenix is meta on like multiple maps. But yeah, I think we just went too far. Again, my big thing, and I've railed on this, you know, multiple times. I've been on this podium saying it. I don't understand why initiators can't have different cooldowns. It fucking blows my mind. I really do not understand. I mean, one of them already does. I mean, Gecko already does have a different cooldown. I don't get why they all can't have different cooldowns. I mean, yeah, Gecko already does, and Teo already does because he doesn't have one. So it's not like it doesn't make any sense. Why does Breach need to have 60 seconds? You know, why can't Sky, Sovereign, Fade have 60 seconds, and KO, Breach, and whoever the fuck else have 40? I don't understand. I don't understand it. For me, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. And the thing is as well, Phoenix to me is like a clue that like people, like Riot is worried about people getting good at the game and like really good with their util and shit like that. And my opinion is like, if that was true, if people was like, I'm talking about pros here as well. If pros were so good at the game and so amazing, KO's win rate would be at least the same as Phoenix's. And yet KO is one of the worst agents in the game, and Phoenix is one of the best in terms of win rate. That to me is a clue that pros aren't that great at this game yet. Right? In 5 years time, we'll look back at the pros now and be like, they are shit. They do not know what the fuck they're doing. Right? Like we do going back the other way now. You know, you go back 4 years or whatever and we go, wow, pros were really fucking dog shit, weren't they? Like no one knew what they were doing. Like we'll do the same in 5 years time. Like to me, it's like if people were that good at the game, KO's win. Like KO, in theory, right? They both have a molly. They both have good flashes, right? But KO has, you know, kind of like more use cases for his flashes because he can help the team, help support the team as well. You know, they both have a good ult. Okay, the Phoenix ult costs 6 and the KO one costs 8. But the KO knife, you know, is a good ability. Suppressing people is good. If people are so good at the game, then suppressing them must be OP, right? But it's not. Because it's much easier to just pick up this agent that anyone can play. That's a lot easier to play, and you'll have a 20% higher win rate. Buff agents, buff them all. Also, buffing agents is just more fun. Honestly, to be fair, if you are gonna nerf everything, you are better off nerfing everything at once. Because then people are like, ooh, this is interesting because everything got nerfed. I suppose in that sense, they did a decent job there, because now they've given themselves space to buff everything slowly. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, I was calling this in the summer, right? When people were railing about, oh, there's too much fucking util in the game or whatever, they literally just meant Teo. They just meant Teo. And Yoru, I guess.
I think anyone in this chat can balance the meta better than Riot.
The thing is, there's parts of this meta that I enjoy. I enjoy that the rounds are generally faster. I think that that's good. I personally think that, like, from modern audiences, Valorant games are too long. Like, I would rather have this than, like, a super fucking fanatic slow meta. I mean, yes, that's a good point on the YouTube as well that someone just made. That one of the big problems we've had is that, again, they have really struggled to balance new agents. Now, I would argue that one of the problems we've had is that a lot of the agents that have come out have been more ranked, with the goal of fixing ranked, which isn't necessarily a problem because most people do play ranked. But I do think that they have failed to strike a balance in general, with most of the that's your opinion, but variance is good? No, yeah, obviously the better is for variance. But I would rather have a super fast meta than a super slow one. And like, I'm worried that they're not gonna nerf Viper, and if they nerf Neon, and then they, fuck it. Like, if they nerf Neon, and we end up in a double smokes, and people start playing fucking Vice, and we're in a fucking Vice double smokes meta, and everyone's running the clock down to 20 seconds. Like, I'd rather have this than that. Some have scored. Okay. Oh, it's only 47 seconds. I was gonna make food. Do I just do it anyway?
They probably changed things up.
Let's just go here. 10-7. Oh, EDG are losing. Ruh-roh. Fuck, do I just do it anyway? Yes.
But I think this
style
that they showed on Bind will count.
I think, yeah, the KO is going to be very disrupting. I think the deadlock is going to be quite hard for Nongshim with their kind of patterns and style to play into it. So that's where they need to find better answers. Like I said before, I don't think they're going to reinvent the wheel. I would agree with you. I think it's going to be double duelists. I think that they're going to go rely on the same win conditions. They just, let's be honest, not only did they get countered really hard just there on Breeze, and GE had a full prep for them, but they played abysmally. Look at some of those rounds with the trades. That is not the same snappy Nongshim that just won Santiago. That was a pit game. Maybe the worst game we'll see from Nongshim this stage. Now I want to see the bounce back.
No, absolutely. Nongshim need to make this work here on Bind because, as we mentioned, the stakes are high. This is for that safety net going into the playoffs.
The difference really matters here. You don't want to start in that lower bracket. For Global Esports, they're bringing out the same comp that we saw against Gen G. If it's not broke, don't fix it. They clearly feel like this is going to be the counter to what Nongshim are bringing.
I mean, as I said, it's going to be KO knife, deadlock, grab net, walls, a lot of disruption from Global Esports on this defense, and that's where Nongshim, you need to find the right answers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to work the map perfectly, but you need to find the snappy responses and be on top of things, because Breeze, you are far too slow to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Nongshim here, they need to wake up. They need to find that kind of identity that's won them those global trophies. And for Global Esports, well, they just have to keep doing what they're doing. Their confidence is spiking right now, and that's a very dangerous thing on their side. We'll send it into map number 2, over into Bind with Achilles and Paper Thin.
Just a couple minutes in the break to try to reassess and figure out what's going to be going on. To get ready to go into Bind. Nongshim, have they woken up? Will they be showing the form that we know they can be in? Because, like, RB, you're not Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know why you're 316 out here. That was abysmal and has to be avoided if they want to take this to a third and final map.
That was not a reference I was expecting today.
I checked back on VLR and I was like,
Was it
that's
that
embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, let's see. This, again, tons of stall and delay, like the desk was talking about, built in to this comp. But is Nongshim going to be able to find a way past it this time on their attacker's side? A team that obviously loves this half did not so much on Breeze. It was not great, but this could be a good pistol round setup. From what I'm seeing, they've got the crossfire. Seems like GE's gonna try to push off a knife.
Francis noted, relay bolt avoided. Paint shells trying to peel back any forward pressure. And however, just gonna be sticking around on top of the box. Still has the back.
Why are we effing?
As well as Autumn. Units on outside of
I don't believe you.
Like the plan there. Knife sees 2. That's an immediate peel back. Gives you a decent read on that setup. Just a matter of spent enough time trying to fake a smoke.
Smoke down, the walk getting ready to come through, push forward, slide going to be in.
Gecko?
Picking up where he
Oh
left
yeah,
off.
they play this
2-2.
fucking deadlock comp, don't
And
they?
smooth criminal just sliding back through that smoke, doesn't even take a lick of damage.
Smoke's down.
Well, again, this should be
Scrambling now is Ivy. Trying to
a
go
little
walkabout
defense side.
up long, but there's a barrier mesh on the other side, and Crystal's about to peek, and not quite able to find the timing there. Lob it on the net, gets the grab, he tucks into the corner. At the same time, though, they're routed and pinched as Yuratan goes through the teleporter. Considering the check, and now they're going to just go ahead, rotate around, barrier mesh gone.
30 seconds
Follow-up
left.
0 point. Avi spotting out Ivy. Knows that he scaled forward, and he's looking to try to note him here at elbow. Meanwhile, double teleporter going to be taken. Batman, first one to try to rotate through to catch them. He's his way through cave, and at the same time, Ivy just going to be good for the 1-for-1.
You want to not TP here. Good.
10 seconds left.
Backside plant. Back of dice, the approach there. Avi already at heaven. RB trying to fight forward. Yuratan takes his head off.
The reason you don't want to TP.
Find a bit of damage here, a smattering of it. 1v3 to isolate
Bro,
from
hello?
here.
Aim?
Yeah, not going to happen.
Yeah, you don't want to TP there.
On the flank, 3 kills for the Gecko plus the defuse.
Because you got this guy coming this way. So that was good for him, because, you know, he's grabbing his ult. I thought, oh, he's about to TP, but you don't want them to know that this guy is coming this way.
They don't
Actually did end up
early.
winning them the round.
They throw a smoke down. I mean, it's still a little lucky to get away with only 2-for-1 there, but after that, they start creating those pinches, creating pressure, using the knife to get further info, and just mirroring Nongshim across the entire map. Stellar. It's the only way I can think of to describe the way that GE's been mid-rounding.
Well, now you're going to have plenty of firepower in the hands of Global Esports. Everybody getting a bye. 3 Bulldogs, Outlaw, Stinger. Banding a Sheriff into the mix, but France is going to be tagged up on approach. Trying to get damage through on that Bucky low, and yep, now confirmed.
What?
2 people dead to the mosh!
Spike down B.
How has that worked?
I don't want to see Javi swing here. Please don't swing. Well, that works. Okay. You can play off the grab net. That's fine.
How has that worked?
It's one of those days today.
That it is.
It's one of those days.
Who sings Caught-em-on?
Caught-em-on?
Yeah, Caught-em-on. Crash bands.
No idea.
Brain's not working at the moment, but that just brutal. Meanwhile, I mean, Javi, he's just like, yeah, I'll just disrespect the volley all day. Runs through, swoops in, gets a kill. And that is pretty clean. 2-0 start.
Okay, well, Nongshim, not looking good, G.
Really feeling it today again is Patman. As always, seems like for Global these days. Crystal able to get the orb scot-free.
Now,
3 Bulldogs, the
whoever wins this game will be the 3rd seed, I'm pretty sure. They lost to both PaperX and DRX, both of them. So they will, whoever wins the group, they'll be on that side of it. So Global would be on the side with potentially PaperX, which obviously wouldn't be great if they win.
We're aware. Smoke wants to throw the wall there, and the 0 point lands right on top of so many of them.
Brutal. Yuratan, okay.
That's a tag.
Shot connecting, but Ivy surviving. Kind of health off that Outlaw. Does manage to find a clean kill otherwise.
But I mean, you've cleared this out.
Just getting into audio range.
Oh, you're starting to hear them too.
They make their way into market. He's looking for this timing. He is so hot on their heels here. Here comes the face forward, slide to try to break the aim, but it's going to be Dombey swooping in, but Crystal continuing to push forward, continuing to go unread. Now decides to pull the trigger. That's Plus and Ivy dead. Meanwhile, RB has continued to wrap over towards that shower side, so he can't even try to get the quick pinch back through.
Oh, it's ugly.
It's a spot out the drop down.
I don't know.
Fight forward out of the smokes. RB Dombey one on piece.
Just have a little patience, man.
Lone Ranger here for Global
They plant it, it's not the end of the world.
Mike gets planted, but it's got weapon
Like, you've hemmed them in. Like, the plant is not the problem. You're all here. Time is not an issue, is it?
Back breaking if he can find this clutch. Fanned out. Dombey Gonna go all the way around into heaven.
He hasn't moved a muscle. He was waiting for some kind of action, but he's stuck behind that box. They're just waiting for the tap.
Going for it now. Find the timing to actually get the kill, but they're splitting Crystal's attention. Little lob in on that paint shell, and Dombey, a solid round for him. 3 kills found. Nongshim denied the bonus conversion, but they lose out on 3 players.
Yeah, this is so
Could have lost though.
interesting
Very
from
easy.
Crystal.
Could have lost.
The way that he's using his util to stall out Nongshim and then set up for the lurk. Almost gets him the bonus. He's so quick to rotate too, so that's something that Nongshim probably noting. Something you might not be able to dip into for a couple rounds, but they get there.
But here's where we need to see the difference. This is where Nongshim need to try to find that follow-up. Snowball started for Global Esports on Breeze from this point.
Global's playing anti-orb here. They don't want to give that showstopper up easily.
You don't want to give that up, but you also have
Echo ult through.
as well as Thrash. He's not going to be forced away here for the moment. As there goes the first ult. Looking for the grab.
Missed
It's
it.
not going to be coming in. It's Dombey. Oh boy. Bounces himself backward, ends up getting caught. Meanwhile, Judge
Why did
still
you
gonna
not
be good for
Gecko
one.
ult?
Patman gonna be taken
What
down.
are you
Crystal now
doing?
stranded here inside of the teleporter. As Autumn tries to just corral Francis into a corner as well.
What on earth am I watching, man?
He just
Fucking
repeats
hell.
it. The judge
shit.
is tearing them apart. 3 kills for him. 5 HP remaining. For a second, I thought he was going to step into the molly. Because it's just been that kind of game.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not Gecko ult?
That is the most Nongshim round I've ever seen since Santiago.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
It's one of the most fucking
I mean,
global
shades of
rounds I've ever
the
seen.
games
Just
when they
dog
first
shit.
ascended.
Yeah.
Behind, them versus Boom. They will manage to tie it up 2-2. Whittle away at this economy. Starts wavering for Global Esports.
I'm surprised that Annihilation missed, but it's maybe just clipped the corner.
Yeah, he managed to get back around the corner in time, and it didn't rebound and connect on anyone.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Nice!
Okay. Now it's going to be GE. We're on an eco. Feels like for the first time.
Okay, this
Decided to lose
honestly,
the pistol.
assuming they win this eco,
Pretty much
I mean, Global can only really afford to give up like
a massive stack from Global Esports on
4 or 5 rounds here, I think.
Sabi back
Not
in
playing
A.
Viper on attack. So,
Flash forward. You hear the reposition of
I would say
the
it's
Neon barrier
getting
mesh.
late pretty early in this
Consider
game,
it.
most likely.
They try to 3-2-1 this. Throw the net. Throw the blind, but Nongshim aren't really going to be strafing into this. As all 5 players now of Global Esports have
Oh, unlucky.
themselves settled on B.
They go in A.
They're going to be thanking their lucky stars. They peeled back off of that.
Francis trying to just give them an audio tap towards Hookah. Keep them interested, and for the moment it is working.
I've got your trail.
Seekers are going to confirm.
Yep. Well, Seekers have gone the other way. Okay,
round
let's
up.
push forward. So, spike to be planted. Teleporter can be taken. As we clear out on the Dizzy. TP coming through. Relay bolt. Not even going to matter. Actually, Patman just swoops in with that Guardian.
Gun here.
Finds the kill before Ivy doesn't even
Fucking
get stunned
wingman
up.
in your own TP.
Protect the-
Jesus Christ, the Gecko util is so bad.
We will be able to
Hoppy,
do
thanks for
something.
34
Dead.
months.
Considering
Players
teams
on the
can't
approach
even
from
map
showers.
veto RN, do you
Almost
think
like
there will
dice.
ever be an unbeatable team on select maps?
Spot out here from Dombey. Some damage found.
No one will ever be unbeatable. I mean, pistols are just way too important in this game.
Flash goes in. Meanwhile,
For anyone to be
Francis
unbeatable
watching
on
for
anything.
lamps. Dombey pushes forward. Barrel stuffs on the Patman. Francis gets another. And Autumn with the Sheriff going to be good for a kill, but Dombey will
But the truth is, like, this game is,
cleans it up. 3
like,
players
I would
alive,
say
3 rounds for
Valorant's certainly one of Valorant's
Okay.
biggest problems. I would say perhaps the biggest
Weird stuff, but you
overarching
don't
problem that we'll
have
probably
to-
have to deal with forever
You don't have to
is
invest
the fact that
showstopper there.
winning pistols is
I was
just
a little
way
bit
too
surprised on the
important.
round before this one.
Because your
that he didn't
bonuses,
use the thrash.
again, aren't really bonuses a lot of the
Made
time.
that crunch through teleporter.
They're just full buys.
It's been nice, I think, in that situation.
It means that the opportunity to snowball is just
uses of it.
is just
one of
too
those ults
big.
that you want to be cycling.
Like, no team can be unbeatable because the opportunity to snowball any particular half is just too great. It's way too easy to be 4-0 up. And the way the economy and ults work, it's way too easy to maybe get your first ult on round 3 and then win that as the third round. And then have your other ults for round 5 for the next full gun round before your opponents have theirs. And so you win round 5 and then you're 6-0 up. Right? It's way too easy, I think, in this game for it to be 6-0. And then the fact that you can do that on both halves, essentially, means that it's 12-0. Like, that can happen to anyone. And it's 12-0. Because we won the first 6 rounds of both halves. I mean, particularly attack side, I would say that's fairly easy to do. But it can happen on defense side as well. And, like, that's the problem. That's, like, Valorant's, I think, fundamental problem. Is the economy doesn't really make sense.
Close.
Early on.
Let's listen in.
Hey, shower. I live.
Okay, well, action begins. And not a lot going to be noted there.
Why the fuck why the hell are the listening so fucking dog shit in
by the
Pacific?
aggression. Which is really the one thing that you should expect when it comes down to this Nongshim squad.
How do you solve the econ problem?
Well, there you have it, 3 kills.
You make pistol rounds give you less money? You make forcing... See, because my personal opinion is like the game would be better if there wasn't a free round in the second round.
Is this thing on? Hello? Have we unmuted the players?
By the time they said anything, the round was
Like, why have a round
over.
that's just like boring? Why bother?
Just got
How is that
a
fun?
deadlock in a position where there's just no escape.
I don't understand. It doesn't have to be that way.
No hope against the judge.
Why does winning a pistol give you a free round?
Yeah.
Just make the money that you gain from winning a pistol less.
Bit of a head scratcher. Maybe just didn't anticipate that just be a fast showers hit like that. Maybe
Switch the wins need to win a map now, because that means making it longer. Because if you make it shorter, then you make pistols even more important. And if you make it longer, that makes the game more boring.
But that timeout, not quite hitting the mark here for Global Esports. Fast and concise strike from Nongshim.
Doesn't give you a free round though. I mean, getting a 90% round is pretty free.
Sick movement.
Alright.
This round.
You're overemphasizing how frequently it happens.
Needs to go a little bit differently for Global Esports.
I mean, the thing is, if you win both pistols, you have an 80% chance of winning the game.
Sooner rather than later. Ooh, well, that would be.
Is there a grab net here?
Yes, there is. Goodbye. Into the microwave. Great catch from Global Esports.
I mean, is that not a problem in and of itself?
RB and Ivy, both of your smokes picked apart. Just seems like Nongshim forgetting about the Wombo combo potential.
It was 73. No, it wasn't. When I did the stats last year in VCT, it was 80% if you won both pistols.
Okay, well, Crystal, forgetting about showers. Strips out into the open. Well, I'm just trying to hold things down to Lambs, but Dami now punished for the over-aggression. Does end up getting caught, but Extros pushing forward is able to find that trade and now gets it back into a 2v2.
Gotta be careful with the angle here as Autumn. Wait for Yudo to arrive.
Well, I mean, that was a nice idea. Yeah, and you're still going to lose the round.
He is really well saved. Now spotted immediately after seeing him. Francis reading this position from Yudo. Then says, okay, I think I know where you're at, so I can just go over to back site. Wings in alongside Exros. They hear the neon. Now they have it confirmed. Slide in, double face. As okay, Yudotan able to find it as Autumn survives with just 5 HP. A critical round to be found here for Global Esports, because had you dropped this one after finding the 2 kills off the rip, it would have been quite a punch to the gut.
Yeah, no doubt. To invest that much into that round. If they just get it there, yeah. Grab net. And
how is that happening though?
Round. A couple players go. Nice little piece for Francis, but this is Yudo.
I mean, they got bailed out at the end, but the fact that that round is even close after the way it started is
There's 3 players
not ideal.
Spawn.
They're
This
just in
looks
a
like
3-player
pistol
spawn.
Still 3 ultimates. They are just waiting to try to see, okay, what do they do? Where are they going? And we'll just try to
Ethan just goes the wrong way anyway.
Off the back of that. 0 point gets quite a bit. Patman, Thrash at the ready, but does decide that
I'm not a giant fan of these kind of rounds, to be honest.
Opening spam, looking for that kill, but it's going to be Javi on the peak, able to find one.
I think it's not too bad if they go A, but if they go B, I think you just lose
A
it
little bit of
all
a
the
rough
time.
position, but so is Autumn. Trying to win that fight
And you
over on
lose
short.
apparently if they go A too.
Dropping like flies, one by one.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of like
Down,
Bind to me is a map that's about like
very low on HP.
defense side is about
there with the
fighting
heals.
intermediate spaces.
Congratulations to RB.
Right now, this one is pretty hard to fight, but the other three you can fight pretty easily. But when you play the 3-1-1, 3 and spawn just rotate, you're essentially just giving up this.
Open up these rounds,
right?
Punch him in the mouth.
You're just completely giving up that to have a 4-stack. You know, maybe just about get there.
When you've got a good read, but now you can't execute like you could on Breeze.
And you're praying that they don't walk up the intermediate spaces, that they make noise on this part of the map. And if they don't, you just lose.
Which side of the map
and even if they do make noise, you might still be too slow to get there. And even if you do get there, there's still no guarantee that you're going to win those fights. Just because you got 4 people on site does not mean you're going to win.
And losing them, Nongshim starting to
particularly if they're all back site.
Get themselves collected, and they're very sharp right now.
Yeah, clearly have woken up a bit. Meanwhile, Global Esports went from looking alive and well the previous round to kind of asleep at the wheel in this one.
Where did the Thrash even end up going? Oh, it just...
Oh, Ivy just cleared it. And Autumn's trying to play off the back.
Gecko Agent seems pretty good, huh?
Outdone.
Yeah. Trying to isolate, but they just cannot. Yep. I have a feeling.
Okay, is that timeout global? I mean, they've been pretty diabolical this map. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, one, I don't think the comp. I like play Viper, man. It's really not that hard. Is Deadlock really giving you that? Is like Deadlock giving you that much in a no raise comp? You know what I mean? Like, is Deadlock really giving you that much in a no raise comp? I'm not saying that Deadlock's done nothing, but is it better than Viper? Is it? Solo Brim? Is that better than Viper? Again, I doubt.
Expect to see that popped alongside the Bucky.
Listening.
One away from an annihilation for Crystal. Looking to maybe claim the Showers Orb. Javi looking for the cross map knife. Tap at the orb. No reaction at all. Nongshim off that timeout is just very, very patient.
Spotted and cleared. Now they know. Okay, there's some weaponry here. It's not a full save. Expect that there's going to be a couple more in the mix as well. As
Hey, I mean,
wanting to reclear this.
Bucky and a Sheriff here for... Why does Patman have a Sheriff? Are we buying or not?
Ooh, flash out. Gets the spot, but Dambi still gets the fight win.
How are you losing that, man? How are you losing that? What am I watching?
Get all that damage patched up. Being said, still narrowly spot Udaton.
Jesus.
Udaton.
My guy.
Do you know? That weapon doesn't do that.
I'm out of here.
What do you mean?
Okay. Well,
why?
Crystal, mouse wheel, I assume.
I have to assume.
Mouse wheel panic jump.
Brother, I mean, this is rough.
Coming off.
Yes, the wheels, I think, have solid... It was like we watched GE from the first 2 weeks in map 1, and then we're watching GE from the last 2 weeks in this one.
This is another round to forget for GE here on Bind. It was a bit intriguing to me. This is where we went in the map veto. I mean, granted, yes, Nongshim hasn't played this map since Santiago.
And it looks like Global haven't either.
With a right click, snipe people.
Yeah, the one that just like could kill people from like 20 meters away.
Yeah, we haven't had that rolled back.
No, and that's for the best.
Well, Patman, 30 HP, he's out in front of 2. as the swing gets ready to come through. There you go. It's going to see Francis from Garden. We'll be able to find him.
Is there an agent
And
that
that
should
is
never
6
be
to
good
3.
or bad, or do you think all agents should serve some
looking
kind
good.
of purpose?
If an agent doesn't serve a purpose, then what the fuck? Why's the point? Why the fuck are they in the game?
Falls to the players on their shoulders for these next 3 to try to see if they can rescue the remainder of this half.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what to tell you. If your players can't convert off of a flash that lands right on top of the raise, you have a complete drop on them, you know he's there.
Magmos, thanks for the 40 months.
1,790 D.
It's not going good.
What am I reading of Dostoevsky?
Somehow,
The brothers Karamazov.
Well, now they're starting to stack onto the A side. They say, okay, Nongshim,
I've just got to the point where something starts happening.
this site. Let's put 3
So
here.
you know, I'm on page like 700.
What if we want to be?
Well, it's been tough for them because of the deadlock util.
You know, the main point of the whole plot has just begun.
This is the way that GE's been playing these beat
Paul,
games
thanks for the 15 months.
from the way that any other
Went
team
on
really
the LR
handles
and
it.
saw it said Breeze was Nongshim's map pick and this is Globals. Surely that's a mistake,
Nongshim
right?
fits from the macro perspective, but
You might think so,
they don't really care too much.
but you would be wrong. Oh, you should have heard that, no?
Clears that. Dombey goes up and over.
Anyone else gonna help him break that?
Away from a showstopper. And Crystal.
Now we're just playing full retake B.
Oh, okay. Nearly found timing. Meanwhile, Ivy. There's a Bucky in this guy's hand. Okay, he got to the
What the fuck is going on in this game,
Find
man?
Ivy. Weapon upgrade going to be grabbed. Let's have that Phantom as RP. Able to get away from the Mosh this time around. Global Esports have a player advantage established for the moment. There's Annihilation.
Should die here.
Tending to catch.
Doesn't.
Sends it forward, but no. Bounces into the corner.
Jesus.
Francis at the same time, able to catch Autumn. Jump around, and that's going to be X-Ross holding
End
his
the
own.
map,
Crystal
man.
will fall.
End the
Slide
map.
from Utaton, looking for
What?
multiple targets that he
I mean,
does.
he's still gonna lose,
Himself a
but
third, but he's down to 33 HP.
Shouldn't have
Sliding
even
across
been this
it, clips
close.
onto RB. Tucked along the tube, and a peek into Francis, who gets the 3K of his own. Nongshim
never
will
play
secure
this.
a
You're
lead
lucky
at the
this
half.
map is rotating global for playoffs. Not that it'll matter when you're in the lowers, but
Yeah, it's just everything that can go wrong is, and you know, as drilled as Global Esports looked on Breeze, they just do not seem to have that same level of proficiency here on Vine in terms of like using their util properly, getting value out of it.
why not wait
having
for your
some
fucking
sick
sliding neon
tech
before
plays
doing that?
are getting them rounds, getting them big kills. Here, it's just they aren't able to convert. All it took was a simple little flash, and the Annihilation was completely nullified.
Seekers off the rip as a crunch play going to be coming through. Global Esports trying to capitalize here, and Ivy does get caught, but X-Ross able to find Autumn at the same time. Backpedaling away from X-Ross as he is isolated for the moment. Still wanted to try to go for the fight. Peeks in. Crystal at the same time able to find Dombey back over here at Garden, but RB just swings forward, shorty in hand, finds the kill, and X-Ross trying to get the drag across. Gets himself a third, but Patman is on with that Sheriff, but now is in a 1v2. Full kit to try to work with, and at this point, honestly, you would love to just maybe even get an ulti out. Double stack on this angle. Will drop out to his death. Francis finds it. Nongshim up to 8. Looking
Just end the
to
game.
replicate the half that G had
Just
on
end the
Breeze.
game, man.
Yep.
Let's go to map 3. Can we just
What a
skip this
response
next
here
like
from
20
X-Ross.
minutes?
Oh.
Feels the pressure from that Neon ult and immediately just starts sending util, throwing bullets. When you throw bullets at the problem,
Like, I can't believe that
find
this is the same
solutions.
team that I just watched on the last
really
map that
bad
was
thing
like
to do there.
dominating them.
Dizzy got quick cleared, so just had to try to make a go of it through that smoke
I mean, like,
Lot of
what the
ult for
fuck is
Nongshim.
this?
to try to make this 9-3 close to Patman's thrash.
Again, they do the little 3-1-1. Again, Utaton just fucking runs the wrong way.
See
Like,
his Ivy, but
so they
that
don't even
is
stack
bait.
it. They just fucking do that just to run back to
Boombot
B.
here.
What's
Should
the
be starting
fucking
to bring
point?
rotations over. It is
So
for
4 ults here as well.
Shells out, pass line set up. Fragment going to be disrespected, but Francis
Maybe
on the
Raze
entry,
ult in
takes it down.
first?
Showstopper
What the-
now gonna
I
be
mean-
sent as well from Dombey. Throws it onto the corner. Finds 2 for his troubles.
And
Oh, Nongshim just walking on water.
Why are they
Global
they're against
Esports
4
can't
fucking
do
ults and they're doing this
nothing
1-3-1
to
fucking
dissuade.
rotate bullshit that doesn't even fucking work anyway.
Punch after punch.
How's that gonna work?
Thrown their
Against
way.
the fucking
They are
Raze ult.
punching them all right on the jaw. Dombey, even time to remove the net. Oh, hello. Goodbye. 9-3 in the half. Nongshim rallying back.
End it all, man.
Switching sides.
I don't know, man. This is just...
They got shades of the first series.
Yep. Look at this. Just eats the
Looks like they
util,
got 2
doesn't
kills.
care. Global Esports doesn't expect it, but you're right, it is.
Jesus. They won pistol in
Kinda just
second round, by the
story
way.
of today.
Halftime.
Here, May 2nd, 20.
That stuff. Is that guy a little Danby? I mean, that kid was pretty cute.
Since they're playing Kaio, what ability can be activated despite the agent being suppressed?
Take here.
Well, map-wise, GE's going to make a pretty good move. Just going to throw a deep knife early. Probably going to hit lamps.
What ability can be
Well.
activated despite being suppressed?
Backside, or can I actually get it far enough to reach into heaven? No, okay, just front of showers. Meantime, though, Trailblazer leading the way is Wingman will be able to get the plant in play. Nongshim quickly gather all 5 players over to the site. It's going to be Ivy striking out.
I'm gonna say
from heaven, able to find Patman.
Cove Shield?
Paint shells now lobbed in towards that Lamb's exit, but Crystal holding his own for 1. Downbeat going to be taken down, but he gets stunned up, and X-Ross is able to collect the kill. Pop Flash is going to be sent. It's chaos here as the smokes intercepting these players, denying the vision, and Udotan comes up massively.
Let's prolong our
it's the 3K
suffering
to
here.
get the start that Global need.
Yeah. Really nice play from Udo.
Not Cove or
This
Chamber.
looked like it was going to be...
I mean, the jet can still glide.
Potentially, because
Does that count as an
felt
ability,
like
though?
it was going to play into Nongshim's hands, didn't it? Because it's just chaos. But Javi, good to get RB in there. And Udo quick to find that 3K.
Jet can't glide?
Like the comms.
Did they change that?
Having that wingman actually really nice in that round, too, because it gives you that ability to get a
When
little bit
KO
deeper in
first
that
came
post
out,
play, a little bit
Jet
quicker.
could glide.
Well,
Hello.
Udo's not done yet.
Good.
Throwing next.
France is able to bait one of them out, but...
Because I remember people going like, but this doesn't make any sense. Why can Jet glide?
Down. Crystal
I must have just missed that.
halfway to that ultimate. Global Esports, more than happy to just
Hold on.
broad
What
here,
would it
take
be
their
then?
time. Not at any key rush. They know that they have these early advantages. They are in a
Clovult,
prime position
maybe?
to get a very clean anti-eco.
Can you use a I mean, but you're dead. Does that count? I don't even know. Does that
Get
count?
a little bit here. Scoop up another orb. Yep. Exactly.
Can you Clovult?
Closer to that annihilation. Hopefully Crystal can connect with one.
3 more charges to go, and Ivy may just offer up another
Oh, well,
one.
you're dead, so it doesn't
Swing
count.
in. He's able to find a headshot on the player in the back, but Udotan has the regen armor as well on top of that, so barrier mesh.
What ability can
blocking
you still
off the defender's
activate?
Side,
Spike planted.
as likely just going to be RB and X-Ross getting clustered together and going down to the spike, so looking slated for a flawless is Global Esports.
Okay.
Throwing next.
Just depends if you're going to send Patman out on a mission, but he's watching the flank, so I wouldn't think.
Crystal once more, though, understandable. I mean, whether it's a kill or death, get the ultimate, he's going to catch RB on the iPad. Not quite.
I'm gonna need to think about this.
And I mean, doesn't have an easy way to pass the weapon over, so it looks like
I mean, I
will
never
be
understood
saved off
why
now.
when a Viper gets suppressed, the wall like goes
swallow,
down
but
instantly.
just go ahead
I'd
and
never
back
understood
off
why
and
when a Viper
more-
dies,
more
it doesn't
aggressively
also
going into the
instantly
next
go
round.
down. This was always something that like perplexed me about Viper quite a lot. Why the fuck does the orb or the wall like stay up a bit when you die?
Finding
It
their
doesn't make
kills
any
where they
sense.
needed to. Global Esports fans, give them a nice round of applause there. Yudo just through the smoke. Crystal, is he going? Gets the second. There you go. A lot of work to do, though. 4 rounds in a row, just a tie. Are we going to see a bonus conversion? I think it'd be the first time today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think if we saw
Jesus,
one.
look at that sea of red.
One in the previous set.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go. Annihilation now at
Did
the
the
ready.
Omen smokes disappear when an Omen dies?
Connected with one
It's not
yet.
quite the same, is it, though?
See if this one can.
This time it's Nongshim's turn.
So why does the
That
Viper thing
3-1.
disappear at all? Why doesn't it just
Figure out
stay
where
up?
the attack actually is before they make their pivot. But this is, I think, a little bit trickier if I'm just theory crafting it against the Gecko, because if you get a kill or bully the side anchor off, then the Gecko just gets the plant and you're already in your post plants effectively. We'll see.
Trying to play denial from here. It'll be difficult.
Again, they try and just fight for back sight. I guess they got the ult to deny the spike plant.
Get cleared. There's
Thing
the
against the
interrupt.
deadlock though. Why have they just
Pain Shell's
thrown
at
the
the
fucking
ready, so
spike on the ground?
Man does get taken down. Walk out.
Give up all the
That
space.
sonic sensor.
I'm telling you, man, this it's just a
Ready to
shit
go.
idea.
Shotgun barrel stuff.
I mean, they
No,
got
it's Francis
fortunate there.
actually who finds it, but he's looking for a little bit too much. Slides in. Patman cuts him down to size. Spike not yet
I'm telling you,
played, but
this
it's very
strat
much
is
empty
shit.
now.
It is shit.
It's just a 4-2.
Why do teams
Global
do this?
Esports.
It doesn't make it fundamentally does not make
Convert
sense.
this one.
Go back to fundamentals of any invasion game. Giving up space for no reason is not a good idea.
In a 1v3. Couple players low. Knows that Autumn hasn't really crossed out from that shower side.
What is the answer, by the way, to this question? I have no idea. I'm out of ideas.
Clean things up. So now.
Oh, the wingman got broken.
6-9.
Sorry, yes, sorry.
Global Esports shortening that
I
gap
forgot they were playing
ever so
Gecko.
steadily.
I'm not used to
2 more
Gecko.
and I'm a believer
I'm not
for
used
sure.
to Gecko.
This is beautiful from Autumn, just holding the line in
Just
showers.
doesn't work. Like
keeping
you
that
like
flank under
literally
control,
the
stopping
the
Francis
reason you
before
don't
he
do
can
this
go in
is
there
exactly
Batman.
what we saw, which is you just give up all like
Yeah, I think
let's
Nongshim
give
was
up
quick
both
to
showers
understand how
and
to
all of
deal
A.
with
That surely is a
wingman.
good
Just
idea.
Throw util at it to stop
Last
it.
pack can be exploded, it will
But
buy
there
raised
is
despite
now
suppress.
all of a sudden,
Really?
potentially very different story to be
Well,
had
that
here
doesn't
with this
make
double
any
duelist comp for
fucking sense.
Nongshim
I
on
would
this
not have
defensive
guessed
side.
a blast back. Why the fuck does that?
Bobby.
Is that the case?
They are really trying to find this punish. Turn to the flash.
Beautiful.
But Francis
that a glitch or something?
Makes his escape
It's already
while
thrown?
Ivy alone.
Yeah, but that shouldn't work like that.
Position. Autumn.
Yeah, you can throw a Viper orb.
Ready to expire. Meanwhile,
You can't put that up though.
and okay, Ivy will be able to find the one, but you have to
Oh my! I've already
Francis.
thrown my Viper orb, guys. So gotta let me fucking do it.
Weapon grabbed up. As Crystal more than ready for that.
Yeah, or Cypher Cam, Sky Flash. Yeah, all these things.
Spike planted.
It should just sit there until it goes off on its own.
RB. Meanwhile,
That's fucking. I think that's a bug. I mean, that feels like a bug, genuinely. That feels like it definitely should not be the case. Okay, maybe Global actually do have a chance. I mean, you win pistol bonus. Like, they actually do have a chance here.
Closer and closer.
I mean, if I'm Nongshim though, like, guys, just get a fucking up on short. It's not that. It's not rocket
Find
science.
one, pop flash, sent, not able to find anything, and now it's to read that there is that player on the flank, but Ivy is still very much boxed in.
One enemy remaining.
It's unable to find the kill. And that leaves just RB now here on site.
Wait, it goes off after set seconds? Wait, hold on.
Marching their way
But that's not
back
the Raze
into this
satchel.
half.
That's not the
Yes.
Raze doing it. That's just.
Just good reads on the map, understanding when they need to take the tapies. Even though you lose one, to kind of Ivy's off angle there, that's okay. Great awareness from Crystal, knowing that there might be a
that's
fast
Sky?
flank attempt.
Oh no, yeah, the Sky Flash
Phenomenal
goes off
stuff from
after
him
an
with the
amount of
outlaw
time.
in this round.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, this is bad.
Great patience all
Doesn't
around.
that Sky Flash have
This
a
is
max
this
amount
is
of
the
time
key
and then it
round.
goes off anyway?
This is the one that
Didn't they change it to
makes
be
or
that?
breaks it. Nongshim is going to invest in the operator.
Can you go with the flash?
No escape.
I'm gonna try flash. TP, let's go. Can you not? Wait, I will knife set now.
At that crunch.
I flash you one.
Nongshim are just French, that's why they're always giving space.
Just
Got to
call to go
retreat.
forward. Hearing that TP player getting their way out of dodge. Trusting that this is now going to be
Get through the
lesser
choke, man.
stacked
You
site.
gotta go. You
Expectations
gotta
come
go.
through. Esports still do have the freedom to go for a TP pivot of their own, but now Wingman getting the plant in. Not going to be interrupted this time around, but Tross and Dami
I mean, it's decent delay, but
Feels like kill back as X-Ross will fall.
what the fuck is that smoke?
Gone.
Oh, you gotta hit that
Francis,
one, buddy.
That op shot ends up going wide. An uncharacteristic miss from him.
Why is that Molly?
Molly to try to block them off, but RB down to 8 HP. Dami
Is that
up and over the
Global's
top,
Molly?
begging for a peek, hoping they come swooping out. Spots out one. He's able to find a lot of them in the end. Patman still low, down to 10 health. A right click will finish him. Patman gives him the angle, but now he's got to work his way through Crystal. The net chucked through. Francis. Oh, he's so close to the spike. He's got to get on it, and he just cannot in time. The op will be saved, but around his GEs, they are one away from tying it up.
Oh man,
He's just
Crystal!
staring at the spike.
I was a little bit concerned about some of the deadlock tech on the defender side, but this is a thing of absolute beauty. Oh man, I thought for a second here, Nongshim might have just barely done it.
I mean, honestly, the round started pretty well for Nongshim. Like,
you can see right there, as soon as that circle, yep, Francis knows.
That is maximum value.
I'm out of here.
I mean, that is crazy.
Backs up against the wall now. Flash out, Francis far forward, and look at what is waiting for him on the other side. He spots out a leg. The Dizzy connecting.
Oh Jesus! I mean, you got to have an off who can hit.
One, the paint shield to try to peel back some of the pressure. The annihilation, however.
Oh, he hit one. Let's go.
That leaves Dami alone. Just waiting. The confirmation is there. It is. Up goes X-Ross.
He could have seen his map.
Sonic sets are going to be set up, swinging on the side of that boom bot, just trying to get anything that he possibly can with the Sheriff.
Over there.
I think you're just gonna peel back and TP here. One of the two.
Yeah, I'll be down to 27.
Well, there is a correct choice and a wrong choice here, but they probably won't want to take the TP.
Slowly working its way back towards Market and Cave.
Hey, Mr. Nongshim, coach, you have 2 timeouts, and it was
These
nice
Korean
of you.
coaches just fucking. I think they just hate talking. I think they're all just very shy.
Time to change ideas.
Neither team is probably going to qualify for London. I think that would be fair to assume in this game, unfortunately. I kind of had some hope for Nongshim, but it looks like they're doing a little Arsenal impression right now.
Give them pretty strong confidence. The site is empty. Went down here into the open. Barrier mesh as well for good measure.
So now you should pretty well be able to just focus lamps unless they clear that wall. Give that extra angle. You can come from the other side of that wall too. Bobby can get there. Let's see though. A lot of util still.
I mean, you've got the Molly and the net.
They got a lot of stall here.
There's the Mosh. No more time to be bought.
Autumn dying? Did he get the Molly? He missed the Molly.
They're sticking it. They're just sticking it. He's just stuck it! So much util! So much available to them! And Ivy he gets on the damn thing, and he just stays put. The smoke from RB to just keep him covered, to just pray.
Oh, the Molly miss.
He's just churning butter on stage.
The Molly missed too.
Oh my God.
That is atrocious. That's atrocious, man. That is fucking atrocious. Didn't miss the Molly? Yeah, he did, didn't he? I mean, how the fuck has he stuck it if he hasn't missed the Molly? Brother, he misses the fucking Molly. You can't see it behind my head, but I mean, this is where Ivy is diffusing it, bro. They didn't plant default? Fucking, right. If I make a video, and it's got no fucking title, or I haven't fucking edited the video, I haven't done my job. If he's missing brim mollies, that's his fucking job. His job is to play this game.
Doesn't get picked as well. You have an orbital strike.
Right.
Well, Crystal now going to get caught. As whatever protocol they set up, it seems like it was from the A side of the map, rather than this little walkabout. The Seekers going through, tracking the rest of the team forward onto A. Thrash unable to find anything, but should be recoverable if they walk forward, but for the moment,
Korean
not.
team's
Meanwhile,
got to be
Ivy
up there for
unscouted,
teams who
backside,
fall off the
finds through,
hardest
Autumn
after
Mutant both
winning an
dead.
international.
And this is looking like a GG go next for Global Esports.
Well, that honestly will probably cost them this whole game. That's crazy.
TP, man.
Yeah, and they will. Quick rotate
Because
out.
Nongshim might have been on an eco, no?
Countered, matched by Nongshim.
Maybe not. I guess they would have only had 100 more crits because they had full loss most
Doesn't
of
have the
them.
spike, so it won't go for the wingman plant here. Javi will get the setup. Another charge.
Look, I don't care if it's Patman's fault or if it's Autumn's fault, whoever the fuck.
Will do so.
I don't give a fuck.
Let's make sure the tube is open. Know that they are backed up against the wall, but
The point is, they're pro players.
Wow.
Instantaneous with that headshot gets him now into a 3v2. Suddenly starts looking a hell of a lot better for them, considering that Patman also does have that Mosh available.
Oh, gotta get that kill, Pat. Oh, he does.
Suddenly,
What the
Arby's
fuck?
dead, Dami gone, and it's all on Extros. There's the wingman. The swing in! And Patman to win it!
How?
That is unbelievable!
Well, now they're back on an eco. Maybe it won't cost them the game.
How they dropped in the
2v4
previous
to a
when winning this
2v0.
one.
What the fuck?
This is great. I don't know. I don't understand either. I truly
okay,
just
this
lost.
first one-
This is a beautiful pop flash. Javi's
Fair
had a
enough.
few nice ones. He's had some great lineups with
They
those
just
flash
isolate
drives.
everyone. This is why smokes
Patman
are good.
again, I mean, he has been an absolute miracle worker. Now you're on an eco as Nongshim.
Yeah, the old win-win-loss. Win-win-loss theory. Never mind, I take it all back.
Taken.
5-head.
Udo, looking to see if there's more aggression off the back of that.
And that is a big spot. I think that catches on a 3.
Nope, just the one.
Well, okay. They backed off fast enough.
Attempt at some bait. Yep.
Gotta go.
Which players are getting trapped here is the question.
Oh.
Udo's.
He's going to start to scale forward. Another footstep made as well. Drive, fully connecting.
Well, honestly,
Now they start hearing the shots fly
now
through.
there's at least 3 there.
An opening on the A side of the map, and that's
But we
what
should
really
just be
needed.
running down A.
Overdrive,
Oh,
pop
well,
it,
we
Francis.
definitely should be
He's
running
looking
A
to
now.
find
Why
out
are we
now.
so slow?
Spot
The
for
KO
damage.
ult,
And
the
now
KO ult to
Milkman
stop the
as well.
neon is
In
crazy.
retreat, denies the overdrive from Francis. Slows him down. Stops the fast pursuit. So well done by Javi. Francis now making noise, so Yudaton favored as he's got Autumn watching from out wide, and Autumn will be the one collecting the kill.
Ooh. I mean, sure. Okay, right. It's planted default, guys. Planted default. Let's see. I mean, they got Brim. You don't want to use Brimalt here. They're on a fucking eco. They will use Brimalt, I guarantee it.
There you go. the
That's
orbital
literally because they lost the last
All
one. They're
in
so
time
fucking
around.
scared of losing it again.
Shots from Crystal end up going wide, but they still have to try to push their way forward, and there's the fragment now, layered in on the spike. Dami able to find the one. Dami
Using
taken
multiple
down.
ults against an
This
eco,
time,
not
Global
ideal,
Esports
but
managing to achieve what they tried to do 2 rounds ago. They tie things up.
Yeah, just a little bit of tweaking here and there. And they're able to stagger that util, that post-plant setup. Do what they got to do.
I look like I've been a
Very curious
pastor
to
at some
hear
point.
How Global Esports is going to want to
I
deal.
haven't.
Oh my God, RB. Going to want to deal with this
Surely
showstopper.
Korean coaches get paid a bonus
Nongshim
if they
willing
don't
to get a
use
little
their
bit
timeouts,
aggressive in the
right?
beginning or out.
Only
Fight for some
explanation
of
I
that
can
main
think
control.
of.
Maybe,
Listen in.
maybe.
The reprieve is the ult's committed.
Let's just walk you though.
Will it matter?
Trust no shield.
Too short. Can you hear if he taps?
Guys,
Viper
Viper
ulti short. Viper ulti short. Okay, he's gonna play on top of you for sure, the Raze, okay? Raze is
Well.
gonna play. I think we just control showers and let's get out. Let's go towards B, okay? Okay.
Calling for a pivot over to B. Meanwhile, misidentifying location of the Rays, as Crystal is not going to be able to get this spot.
Well, this round's
That
over.
means that Patman is caught dead to rights, and now you've got the spike down just on the other side of this pit. Showstopper immediately going to be invested. Dami is suspecting that these players are going to be a hell of a lot closer than they actually are. Jumps over. Showstopper sent out to no avail. But still, firm control in the hands of Nongshim for now. Global Esports, how do you reverse engineer this one?
Good RB, he's already watching for this. So aware, but timing, it's going to come down to timing.
Crystal also does have the operator. Peeks into it. RB now watching for it.
Oh, he saw him.
Crystal's actually slipped the net. He only takes a smattering of damage. Meanwhile, Dambi going to be struck down. X-Ross finding one. RB eventually loses out that fight. Pit still standing.
Gotta get it though.
This is going to be on the shoulders of X-Ross. He needs Ivy to counter swing out in all likelihood, but it's being watched on him.
No way. No way.
X-Ross now dead.
Out of charges.
Nice drag.
There's no way they've just won that.
From the jaws of victory.
How have they won that?
Oh, it gets stolen away. Nongshim unable to close it. Global Esports now in the lead.
But that's something
it came
that
down to
Global
this flank,
couldn't do in
really.
that
The fact that
first
they
half was
killed the flank.
recover when rounds got weird, when they got scrappy. And here they're able to do that. They had a terrible read at the beginning of this. They had completely misunderstood
He
what
saw
this
him
pit
before.
was
Why is he
trying
just
to set
jiggle
up for
picking
Nongshim, and they still fight back. And they take the lead for the first time since round 4.
Now they're on an eco again. That is an insane loss.
Absolute nothing to try to work with. Granted, sometimes for Nongshim that is enough.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised there's not a judge in the mix here. If you're going to invest in something like a Guardian, but they just want to try to create a shooting gallery here. They're going to go on a push out. Oh, speaking of judges.
Yonatan is happy to greet them. This is going to have to be one hell of a shot. Peek, Ivy able to find Patman behind him, and okay.
Well, his damage was not
suffered,
great.
yes, but heal is available from X-Ross. Spike will be recovered. That's a player advantage.
Why is someone else taking contact first before a judge?
Nongshim. Francis is scaling forward. The shot's going in. Now the push in. Francis able to collect it. Crystal going to be struck down.
I mean, this game has been a fucking mess from start to finish.
But it's another 2vx scenario for Global Esports.
His outlaw play has not been very good.
From these positions. Flash connecting through, but Autumn not blinded up. And X-Ross, oh my god, they're both out of HP. They're both out of bullets. Trying to hound him down with a shorty, and it's the Thrifty for Nongshim to tie it up.
I think Global Esports here just overthinking the round a little bit, spread out so thin, and Nongshim's just 3-man push one way, 3-man push into showers. And Global Esports isn't in a great position, and it also helps that Nongshim read where Yudo's judge was going to be pretty nicely and are able to dissect the setup.
Both of these teams need to be studied.
Yes.
Nothing makes sense.
No.
So much glue Elmer's is going out
bizarre.
of business.
Surely this would be good for their business.
Both with operators. X-Ross, another orb closer to his ult.
I mean, genuinely though, this game has descended into fucking madness. I mean, the last like 4 rounds have all been fucking crazy. And made like no sense. Ever since that spike got defused, game has just gone off the rails.
Concerned here, Yudo does have some help behind him though.
He needs them to clear this. Tucks back, just trying to bait them into this peak. And he kills the shot on the Tombi as well. Face forward, and X-Ross, however, going to be good for 2. They're still trying to fight this one out. He gets on a wider angle, and Patman's gone! X-Ross, what a round!
How have they all died there?
What a time to come alive!
How have they all died?
Jeez.
Now their money's bad. Holy fuck, you
Throws
just
a
gotta
flash,
save.
swings off the util from the brim. Gets the speed up and slams the door on the round.
This game and all of Stage 1 should show you that Nongshim are more Yori merchants than Neon merchants.
Yeah. They didn't.
But they have
no clue what the hell X-Ross was about to do.
An insane response. Look at the economy, too, for GE. It's so crucial. Yudo stays alive, but I don't think he will. I think there's too much time.
Ticking down, but no one actually pushing into that position. The noise that RB's making, yeah, they're not going to be able to find him. Thought that perhaps he had retreated back over into the spawn.
Match point.
Question is,
well,
who still wants to try to utilize this? Obviously,
they have a Neon
power, but he passes this over to somebody else.
The money isn't great.
Work with this, but good.
I mean,
God,
how they barely hit him.
Catch Pat trying to go for the repeat there too. The Ivy, wow. Pulls off the grab net.
I hear some sort, try to get the removal, but then You're on a snake bite.
Right.
They know they're gonna go away.
I mean, it's pretty obvious they're gonna go away after they just got destroyed there on
Already
B-Long.
up on the shack.
Posted up, but 3 players to try to create this pressure. Off shot, ringing out. Yutan dead, and Dami able to find one. Paint Shell still going to be held here for now.
I mean, absolutely
Backpedals
read
away.
like a book. Why are you also
Crystal now.
smoke? What are they doing,
Collecting the
man?
op.
What a disaster at the end of this game. GE,
Against the wall.
as soon as the game got winnable, turned back into gluey.
You're gonna have to try something different. There's at least 3 players there.
The Seeker's now going to be sent through.
I mean, that's such an obvious
Some
read, I
X-Raws
think.
on the B side of the map. Looking like RB.
To be like, they're gonna go away after that.
Match. Bolster the B site.
Doesn't give you a ton of info though. Only 1 gun clears. So you're only gonna get that extra player. GE can do this clean. There's a chance they could take this to OG. X-Ross.
But it is, I don't get what the idea was. I mean, your Neon has an off.
As he is at the ready. Not scouting nothing.
I mean, this game honestly kind of deserves OT just for how fucking crazy it's been.
Short, they can take the teleporter to rejoin in, but this is okay. I was gonna say a little bit risky, but instead it's going to become TP. Opposite side of the map. It's Francis able to find Crystal, slows him up, and for now, the spike isolated, stuck at Showers. Repeats back over short side, finds one on him. Able to take him out of position. Dami now arriving. The re-swing in, the spike on the floor.
Spike down A.
And that
Okay,
should be
Haven it
on him.
is. Nongshim
Fight
survived.
his way out. He's able to find one, but nothing
A full
more.
glue game.
13-11, one of the crazy.
What a fucking bizarre map of Valorant that was. There's a whole other map. Yes, we are not done. We're not even close to done.
I think
Needed something there. Spirit goes completely empty. And now they tested
Right,
Gianni
I'm gonna fill
with
up
a
my water.
classic of all
Take my bowl
things.
down.
Find success. Didn't even need to use the ultimates. Just the Blaze Storm was enough. So 1v4 for Nick. We've seen him do incredible things before, but that incredible. Perhaps not. Testing the angles one by one. The time is ticking. The metronome is picking up the BPM. And that's how he knows that the time is against him. Tries to be methodical, but Smoggy delivers a buckshot straight to his cranium. And that is going to be enough. Match point for EDG. All that worry now have finally been released. A sigh of relief, I would have said. But I feel like that's a lot more than a sigh, really. Just finally them inhaling, because they have been holding their breath for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, Blade Storm and Showstopper used into this round. So they did have to invest, but they were able to secure it. So you're not going to be too worried. Question is, are they able to secure this last map? This last round map for the map, sorry. Or are they going to struggle in these last couple of rounds like we've already seen? But right now, it's a straight up B execute. Lovely high-low from Nick. Oh, the flash is lovely from nobody. In Kong Kong, hungry, thirsty for this map win.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a 2 versus 4.
they want to really get it in a convincing fashion as well, but Vokashu has been known as a miracle worker before. The voodoo always can be a magic in question, and right now they're threatening to use pace and lightning. Well, lightning is in a bottle, and right now, life might be untapped. He's found one, even if Vokashu went down. Still alive for the time being, trying to be patient. Near the spike, the right idea, but he goes down to half health, and that means any stray fire might be enough. Hasn't actually spent long enough to undecay himself, so he remains to be on a single point of health. Enough and easy for Chichu to find that one. And we go to a tie. The decider it is. It was always fated on the cards.
I mean, wow. DRG, they definitely struggled on that first half of this map, but you've got to give credit to EDG. The difference that they made from looking on Lotus to on Split, it's night and day. I think we're in for a pretty crazy map 3, and of course, what better way to end this series than on Breeze? I mean, Volt. Talk to me about some of your favorite moments.
Many would hear that and say, Breeze? Really? You think that's the best place to end the series?
I mean, I'm a fan of Breeze right now. I'm enjoying the map.
I'll say this. don't really. Here's the thing. It's not that I hate the changes. I actually really like the changes, but it made the map feel soulless to me, right? Like there's always something that you can say, hey, like this is the intriguing part of the map, and that's the thing that happened with Fracture. Maybe that's why a lot of teams don't actually perhaps lean towards it that much. Is that it has a very clear identity. You really want to utilize those 4 orbs and find value. Really want to see which, like 2 or 3 of those 4 lanes that you're going to be able to play. Man, flick of the wrist. That's a hospital flick in its own right, but not really the one that you'd expect to see. But yeah, for the most part, as I said, it really was one-way traffic for EDG on that one. And as you said, did it really well to hold back. And thankfully, the timeout did actually bail them out significantly. But, I mean, Spirit picked up form there in the end, and that's the main point for me, is that if Spirit continues to play to his level, well, there may be a point that things are actually rather intriguing. And yeah, as you can tell there, eventually, we got to the point that things got a bit too dicey. But as Kong has said, let me hear you. I want to hear what they have to say.
上头，上头要你自己的。我封烟了，别通。不用封，不用，你封什么烟？打不了。单向。有毒球嘛？哦。中路没线啊。封个外面烟，来个外面烟。封烟了，中路。外面烟。对，单向烟，换。外面烟。斯凯欧了。对，我看不见了。斯凯欧们。鼻筒有。关墙吗？来，给我给他整了。等一下，我过来了。中路斯凯欧们，你好啊。我飞个假鸟，你去掰他小猫。啊，丢。他开你铁皮的那个烟了吗？开了。没有。好，没烟了。鼻筒拿着了。第2楼你留着。啊。第2楼小心，然后 A 点没线。鼻筒有一个。我有毒费，我夹壁了，要夹壁了。我回了。我想掰他。我想回了，我快回。鼻筒几个？我有点想放了。一个，我想掰他了。来，我跟你一起。等会儿。起烟。躲。130。人多，进了已经。3分在吗？谁130？反正不知道。威雷130。开墙，中路开墙，开不了，没毒。我摸了。下包。哎，给我掰右边。右边。Let's go.
Well, massive from Chichu, of course, but Kong is the one that gets the MVP. But one of the things from the team comms that we actually do get to have the privilege of course, thanks to lovely Beatles that is actually with us for the translation, is that we get to know more, even if the team doesn't actually talk in English. So you and I may not understand, Beatles does, and she relays all the important tidbits. And the most important thing there in that round is something that we suspected, and it has been confirmed. A little bit of hesitation there. Gianni made the call that he wanted to commit to be main, but they didn't confirm the call fast enough, and that is how they got caught off guard there, thankfully enough. If you got Shichu that can bail you out multi-kills every time, I don't think you worry about it too much.
No, of course. I mean, Gianni, it doesn't take a genius to look at his player count. The volume that he is shouting instructions and information at his teammates, it's something you've got to commend. I think it's definitely probably filling a void within this team that they do require in order to take it to that extra level. But I think, I mean, we've got to talk about Kong on this jet. Breeze is next, and the last time that they played Breeze, Kong is on the jet, and if he is anything close to as dominant as he was on Split on Breeze, I'm worried for DRG. I'm really worried.
I feel like that's the one thing, right? Is that Kong have been a little bit shaky today. Yes, still great, but not the lights out player that can take over the server in its entirety. And that could be the ticket back for DRG, is that if the AWP isn't as dominant as it usually is, there's a real chance for Spirit to just take over. But yeah, Breeze is one of those maps that are really AWP-centric, I feel. So that's one of the main things that I'm worried about, is that are they actually going to lean into the jet again? Maybe they're thinking about the chamber. I feel like chamber is really good on the map as well. So it just becomes to the point of what they want to deliver, because they got Smoggy that...
Okay, we're not in yet. Good.
What
was the result of that one? What is the Danby pick? I mean, that is quite funny. EDG win. So let's take a look at the Pacific playoffs. So which group is which? So I'm going to assume that Paper Rex will win. So this will be Paper Rex. This will be T1. Nongshim or Global will be here. And Nongshim and Global will be here. A lot of assumptions? No. It's fine. It's fine. Let's assume RRQ beat DFM. Then this will be what? Nongshim or Global against Full Sense. Play T1. And RRQ. Oh no, is that? Well, no. No, you would be there. This would be would this be DRX? DRX Full Sense? I fucking messed up. Don't care. We're not doing that. Fuck it. I'm not smart enough. Oh, how are you not in the map? I thought it was gone ages. Right, let's do global quickly. Iraq. 3,340. Ooh. Too far for Europe. Could be the edges of Africa. Could be Asia. Asia's probably the most likely, I guess. Let's go for Bhutan. Why not? Here's Asia. 705. Not China. It's not India. Not Bangladesh. Probably Myanmar? No. 80 miles but doesn't border. The fuck is that? What's here? Nepal's here, no? What's this? That part of India? Isn't Nepal this side? Where the fuck is this then? What is 80 miles but doesn't border? What was it from you? 500? 300? $80 miles but doesn't border. Let's think. Where's Laos? Thailand is like... Not Thailand. Is it Laos? Does Laos not border Myanmar? Oh, fuck, it does. But it borders Laos. Vietnam, maybe? It is Vietnam. That's a little tricky, being 80 miles. Oh, 700 from Bhutan? Oh, okay.
And this is going to be an interesting one. Again, that shield versus sword, especially with the double senti GE runs. Now, they weren't too bad on their attacker's side versus KRX. They went 5-5. They couldn't get it done on their defender side, surprisingly.
Okay,
so
what global playing? Playing Deadlock again. Deadlock Cypher versus
will get slowed up a bit. Meanwhile,
the
Hot Hands
Chamber
on the
Phoenix
exit.
comp.
Gravnet lobbed in from Crystal, not going to be able to find anything, and that has them pumping the brakes for now.
Somebody
Francis,
saw
the pull
it.
away,
Yeah,
though, is
pushed so far
spotted
already,
out.
though. Get out of there, soldier.
For push out from C Long. Does manage to back out, but
Oh, the luck here is going to be crazy.
With kill collection, Patman very patient.
Where are we going, though? Why are we going back into the danger? Why are we going to the danger? Go to the part where we've, you know, got all of the map, maybe? Go to the fucking B side that you just completely opened up?
Starting to get chaotic now, but Crystal winning out the fight, point blank. Cleans up one, but going to the 2v2. It seems like Global Esports maybe feeling like they're sandwiched in.
Jesus.
They would have, for the most part, be correct. RB making.
I have no idea where this guy is.
Sets up the smoke. He's gonna peek ahead of it though. Not fully bloomed, and now Patman. Maybe thinking like he has the opportunity. Does he have a read?
It's no way.
Nextros is also on this side of the map.
He tried to fake some
30
footsteps
seconds
there.
left.
Sheriff in hand, he's just gonna slowly start scaling forward, and for now.
Oh, he reads it right.
Not quite, maybe just barely on the edge there, being heard, but Nextros now gonna be quite far away, and there's two smokes to work with for Patman.
Spike planted.
How does he want to set this up?
No shocks, just a recon, and then
He's making
not
so much
quite
noise.
going to be swinging into each other here.
Oh.
He's gonna have the one way for the spike.
Yeah, he knows.
Yes, he should have.
Cover going out.
Gonna be tough though.
Okay, might delay him a bit.
Pat maybe gonna just try to catch him on the attempted tap.
The swing out.
Wait the spike.
Patman now scaling forward. Can try to start playing time on this one.
X-Ross.
Yep. Dragged off it. Unable to hold this to half. Patman should have it, but no. X-Ross, what a shot.
One way the spike. One way the spike.
Astounding from him. Gets Nongshim their second pistol.
Any smokes players in the chat?
What I was worried about there for Pat was going to be the Sheriff versus Ghost difference.
Any smokes players?
Like the early layers, but Nongshim just pushing from every side of the map. And as soon as the Cypher goes down,
would any of you have one-wayed the spike there, perhaps?
C are gone too. Allows him to scale.
Oh, we've been seeing that slow ramp up from X-Ross. A little bit absent in the first map, and some heavy impact to get Nongshim the win on Bind. That's one hell of a way to start things off. As Ivy slow to react on that one, but Autumn, I mean, he's just been ushered in the sewer. Francis, eventually we'll find him. Kneecapped him with a Bucky.
And they're matching these rotations so nicely.
Just swinging into that is Yudotan. RP finds it, quick reposition. Meanwhile, Patman dead off screen. Avi looking for something.
And a little flawless there for Nongshim as well.
A couple armor rebuys, otherwise flawless here for Nongshim, starting off 2-0.
Now I'm starting to get a little worried. I mean, granted, it's just the eco. The Nongshim style still giving GE so many problems. Some damage, yeah, but they're doing a lot of the right things so far. Let's see, though. Coming up with a buy, all Vandals. Gonna be one full rifle.
Oh. I'm splitting the difference on this. He's gonna reface, but loses his head. Nice
Pretty bold with the Marshal to
Nabi showing presence here at front sight. That blaze wall trying to dissuade the
and
push.
go back in.
Trying to buy as much time as
Such is the way of life with the Marshal. I guess he's saving for an off.
This is making this noise. Autumn.
Are you better off? Well,
just one tap him. Okay, well, there's the spot out, and Francis can just peel away from here. At the same time, RB.
Personally, I think if I was like to come up with like a default plan, obviously like this isn't true of like every agent combo, every map, you know. But if I was like in general, I would say round 2, someone should buy a Marshal.
Yeah, just armor damage.
Well, then in my opinion, like round 3, I like in this instance they're saving for an op, so it's a little bit, you know, kind of like okay, fair enough, maybe. But in round 3, I would say this guy should buy a rifle, and then in round 4 should just like force whatever. If you lose, assuming you win second, lose this.
Trying to just go cheeky play after cheeky play, but Global Esports.
Like, I think this is the way I would manage the
one by
economy.
one.
Well, it'd been working for the first couple of rounds. Let's see if we can keep it going. Should be the end of RB here. Assault gun, indeed. Patman will find it.
Okay, flawless back.
Back-to-back flawlesses.
It's going to leave you a little bit concerned. Not able to find any kills off the back of that one. But still just the bonus, we'll see.
Some bold choices in this round from Nongshim. I think when you look at all of these kills, it's like, yeah, this was a lot of just random shit they were throwing at the wall.
Our global. Probably, you would think there might be a bit of a change in methodology for Nongshim. Who
Ivy
knows?
gets
Maybe
his
not.
ult.
I mean, they're a team that will kind of try a lot of
This is the other thing I don't fully understand about the Francis
operator now going to be known. Dambi locking off this position.
Neon is
The trademark setup
on a map like this,
maybe hurt that TP in.
where he's not even going to be opping, like your chamber's going to be opping.
Stuck, I think
Jesus
if he tries
Christ.
to go for the jump up into the window, it might expose him to that trademark. So I don't know if he's going to be able to scale from here without using another teleport.
Yeah, he's
just going to wait to smoke that up.
considering it. Worried there might still be a player up there too. It's just a big pause. Francis so far forward.
Actually,
here.
could, to be fair.
Chucked out on the forward corner. Francis just trying to stay dialed in on this line. Peek in. Oh no. A little bit off on that one. Exros from range, still able to find a kill. As Francis continuing scaling. He does! He kills 2 people!
What?
At 30 HP!
No.
I mean, I get it. Batman, great lurk.
I get the spike.
But that was massive. Ults to go for the plant. Meanwhile, Autumn on the B site. Dambi about to find out about it as Francis will fall, but Dambi focusing in, catching Batman with neutral in
Dambi can just win
hand.
the round.
Quick setup on the Blaze Wall. As Autumn now fishing, but here comes the backstab. Curveball through, full flash connecting. RB
Oh, well played by Dambi. But yeah, I'm a little bit bro, you want to defuse that spike, so.
Maintaining a lead.
That's a brutal one.
I am a little bit confused. Like, if
Either
Ivy's going to be opping, which I
somehow
assume, you know, he is going to be.
Just not ready for the re-aggression from Nongshim.
Does it make sense that Francis on Neon then?
They lose 2 players on the backside when
What
everything
does this game
else on
do
the
for
map
both
was
teams?
gonna
Whoever
be
loses starts
great.
in the lowers. So essentially, this is a playoff
Fine.
game.
Show me, Francis.
Right.
Whoever wins starts in the normal part.
Look,
Whoever
even
loses
when we miss something,
starts in lowers.
always get into the replay.
Goodness gracious.
Thank you, observers. As I just cannot believe that Francis was able to get away with that. That is a massive turning point in the round.
Yeah,
Another
and
one of those
Francis
game
just
changers.
getting those kind of random kills.
Saw a few of those back on bind, and that one right there.
Saw the frustration as well that it led to.
Yep.
Recon gets the ping. Ivy happy to eat these though. Wants him to peek.
Would love that.
Yeah, but he's just going to stick around.
But there's
I
an
mean, they
option.
didn't actually push him back.
Happening big on the peek, so won't give him the angle. Francis at the same time, just continuing to just be like, oh, my purpose is to push a lobby.
Well, so far Global hasn't
One of
been
you
able
has
to
to
really do
break
anything
that.
about it.
Ross going to be getting pinged off by that one, but here comes Francis, finds the kill, gets a ton of damage on a crystal. As a Hunter's Fury is trying to get the punish off the back of that grab net, but it doesn't connect. Extros, though, maybe a little too trigger happy. Sends out some shots before Autumn fully swings into his side.
What are our
Dambi
plans in these rounds?
also
I'm
notes the
quite
flank at B.
confused. We're Silver opting off
now
a grab net.
Slated to move up
We're
4-1,
walking
and I
down
think
A,
we're gonna
we're
have to see a
walking down B at the
timeout
same time.
Yes. You're gonna have to figure out better ways to deal with this long A fight. It just makes it way too easy to hold the rest of the map. Well,
maybe
Taking
just
solo
stay
fights
tough.
out A, we're taking solo fights out B again.
Get taken down. 3v2 with the players fanned out.
Just happy to
RB
play retake now on A with the Phoenix ult.
on this side of the map.
They hear that dart?
Window
Should
of
have done.
opportunity for Global Esports to still right the ship here.
They must start to know now.
Dambi's ult though.
10
Needs to be an
seconds
immediate
left.
shutdown on that. Autumn gonna go cheating forward.
Why are you going up there? Surely you have to ult this.
Go for that preemptive shot. Meanwhile, curveball out. Nice little turn, but Dambi with a nice little shot. But Autumn,
You have to go now.
HP.
Ooh.
And Dambi, yep, he'll snap back right up into heaven, but can just drop down and get that defuse, no problem. So 4-1, Nongshim now up by 3 rounds.
This comp just doesn't have a lot baked into it.
The thing is,
really
if you're playing
slow
this
Dambi
comp,
down.
your Neon has
Holding his
to
angles nicely over on B.
live
The way
and do
he's
a good
been
job.
Playing a lot of stall.
Like, your Neon has
you know,
to
set up
survive.
for
Like,
these further
obviously,
pushes.
Udatan dies there. As soon as your
The
Neon
whole way
died
that
in that
Nongshim is
spot,
playing right now,
you're in a very
you
tough
push
spot.
up
Because all of a
long
sudden,
A,
taking space
Dambi's
kind of
just
becomes
stalling
very
at B
difficult.
and C with the, the blaze wall, the hot hands, the curve balls to force them away, to not give them those early picks. And then you have to try to do something.
Timeout.
And Frost, like you mentioned, gonna have to get involved, and this time he's quite a bit.
And also, like,
What do Ukashu, Westside, Ethan, and Cloud have in common?
West Side. Who's doing Vukashu? West Side. Ethan. Cloud. They all went to Champs 2025.
For Autumn.
I mean, bankroll actually here for Nongshim still.
I'd say I'm wrong.
Around the edges.
I think.
You had to reinvest in the op. That cost a lot. Ooh.
Shock dart forward.
That hit 4 players.
Yeah, bit of damage.
Brookshu didn't? Okay, they all qualified.
Total, but
they all qualified.
Oh, look at X-Ross.
Give me a break.
The hell? No, towards heaven instead. Meanwhile, X-Ross, I don't think he was spotted at all on that. He's eventually able to find the kill on the crystal, but it's a little bit labored. Autumn, however, dead. Francis on the peak finds that kill. Batman's going to be cleaning up one.
They did not know about that wall.
Oh, what? The shock dart lobbed in, and
I mean, going faster with this comp does make sense. Weirdly enough, like
working a treat.
The thing is, you just want to take the initial space,
in a 1v3,
and then rely on the deadlock.
But instantaneous to clean up Hobby, but the round will be GE's.
That's huge. That's going to get you very much
Ethan
back
is the
in this
weird
game.
one. Vukashu, Cloud,
An ult to
West
clear some
Side,
space for you.
and Ethan.
That's kind of what they're there
Are
for.
the last names all Arnold?
Mentioned, looks like Nongshim now going to have to go for an eco.
Yeah. Great reaction here by Yudo. Making sure that X-Ross can't do any more damage, then scoops up a Vandal. Immediately puts
Are
it to
they all
good
called
use.
Ethan?
Nice swing by Pat. So everybody covering their angles. Post-plant protocols looking real nice there for GE. Deep grab net. Trying to
Honestly, I have no idea.
Look at Francis.
Here we go again. Meanwhile, getting exec onto the B side. First time we're really seeing the attention paid here by Global Esports.
Is something to do with tier 2?
Into this one against the eco. Molly lobbed in at the same time. RB going to be taken down to the spike. Where did Molly go? There's a fully whip back. Global Esports suffer no damage. Dabby's not dead. X-Shell's gone, and Ivy walking out of garage.
This is tier 1 knowledge.
Like another flawless, as Francis has got 25 HP, and there's 2 players watching the exit from A connector.
Really liked.
What the hell did his
Have they all been in like the top
No idea.
3 rating for a stage and the bottom 3?
Okay.
So,
Either way, Global Esports going to be closing the gap here.
no way Vukashu was in the bottom.
And so Global Esports doing a couple things. It's just turning up the tempo, turning up the pace is 1. 2, they're leaving like 2 players to watch for that aggressive long A push.
All lost 13-0.
Take space.
Oh, they have all
of the
lost
Sentinels back there.
13-0.
Gotta
They have
rely
all
on those
been
other players to get in there and get the
13-0
job
twice.
done, and they did.
Wow.
Yudo Patman doing a really nice job.
One enemy remaining.
Autumn as well, claiming Ivy's life as he tries to swing out a garage.
Well, starting to laugh, they're starting to have fun again.
Okay, 4-3. Just going a bit faster is going to help them here.
Is it terrifying? Let's listen in though. Well, Hunter's Fury in response to this one, but it's going to be Nats on the opposite side. Both of them kind of going wide on each other. Unable to find the kills. But it is going to be Yudotan.
Again, though, as soon as Yudotan dies, like...
Judge does not care about the relay bolt stun.
Does not.
Ooh, spotting. He'll just be rerouted. He's going to swing around towards that C connector side.
Spike planted.
Batman still posted up. He's able to find Francis. With RB at 5 HP.
Why is that
still
chamber always
starts to very
C, by
much
the way?
favor their chances as RP TPing into back side. But Batman, he's right there, but okay, call comes in.
Hello?
Obviously still going to be flushed out. Has he forgotten? He saw the omen. Batman's now killed 3 people. He's killed 4 people! There was a visual confirmation.
Yes. Just maybe it just got lost in the comms. The comms was just got real messy there.
My assumption is RB just glanced, saw that Tommy had killed somebody
What
in the kill
the
feed,
fuck
and then
is this
maybe
mess,
didn't
man?
consider that it wasn't the omen.
That's true. Whoa, Pat.
Brother. That is a massive round to be won by Global Esports as they tie it up and they force Nongshim back onto another Thrifty.
A lot of ults though in this Thrifty.
There are, that Tour de Force being one of them, but Ivy has not really found his footing whatsoever.
Oh.
And Francis will find himself with a bullet square between the eyes.
Huge from Autumn. That gives him the neural theft too, so they know Domby's back here.
Curveball out a little bit early. Does manage to find a nice shot on the Yudotan, but here goes Pat.
I mean, they are not getting much from this Ivy 1 and 8 chamber.
RB
remaining.
Trying to line him up, but he too shall fall. Meanwhile, Xaros is on the complete opposite side of the map, so nothing to be found here. This is going to be 4 rounds consecutively for Global Esports, and Nongshim likely going to have to call their own timeout ahead of the next buy.
Yeah, for sure, but man, what a timeout.
What did Frost tell him in the timeout?
From Frost.
He told them, why the fuck are you all walking around the map as ones, when in reality, you should just be fucking running it down and getting the deadlock stuff and just playing a post plan. Like, this is how these rounds should go.
That means that they're
We got one lurk on the other side of the map, the other 4 of you are just running C. This guy dies, and the rest of you win the round. That's how this game. That's how this comp should be played.
Going, something that this team has been really good at.
Because the thing is, when most people see a whole full exec run at them,
if they can keep that up, like,
you know, either people back up, which is good for us, that's what we want, because then we can just put all our deadlock stuff up, or we use our neon to just kill the people that are on site.
Having good trades.
That's the problem. They were trying to fucking, you know, walk around the map and find free sites and free kills and all that kind of shit. That's not how you play this comp. You play the comp to be in 5v5 retakes, 4v4 retakes, and then use your util to win.
You don't need trades if Batman is shooting like this.
True.
That's how you play this. You don't play this to, you know, lurk and get free kills.
No timeout to be seen from Nongshim. Seems like Silkenong going to let this one ride again. It's a glass cannon investment on this operator from Ivy, who still has not found any impact whatsoever. Barrier mesh going to be lobbed through. TP to backside! And Ivy unable to find the shots. Patman. Oh, he should absolutely be dead. Dami now contained here within the smoke. Grabbed by the net. Stunned up. The run it back. Valueless.
No charges left.
This wall sent through. The judge holding close. A little bit of damage on the Yudotan. The shock dart going to be backpedaled though. He's able to find RB before getting taken down by Dami, who just has 6 HP and 24 shielding remaining. Patman will find him, and Patman will find the other as well. 16-4-4.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
After the start that you had as Nongshim, you have now given up 5 rounds
What am I watching? A brother!
This is just
how have you missed that?
Gamble here from Patman, but they've been leaving Ivy in the back of sight by himself quite often. Usually, it's been the Phoenix playing kind of that pivot position from Garage and B. There you go.
I mean, unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Came back from reading a manga to this clue. Should I go back to reading?
Yeah, go back to reading. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, 6-4. Patman 16-4. Holy fuck, he's I mean, he should have died that round.
Just gonna try to take some space into mid. There's a trip at window, but there's a gap over by Garage.
Change up on Ivy. Shifting him over, trying to see maybe if he can find his comfort with this push out of the mid. Has some backup, but for now it's going to be RB alone. Jump peeks out, spots plenty. Managed to avoid taking damage. Paranoia is just going to be lobbed in immediately. The drone not caught by it, though. We'll get the spot out. Needs a Paranoia in response. Tries to go for the reposition, but Dami to the rescue. As that bandit in hand is able to find Yudotan, but Navi bombing in. That shock dart does manage to flush out the enemy Omen. Push forward to the window. Patman
I mean,
is
brother.
there.
I mean, this guy's just frying.
It's looking like it's another big round from Patman.
He's gonna be ready for Dombi, but
Brother can't even play Omen and he's trying you.
oh, A site was claimed a while ago by Autumn. That gives them the free plant.
Well, not to find the Thrifty off the back of this one. Dombi will grab up a Vandal.
Hold the joke. Why are you responding to yourself saying it's hindsight?
Maybe be some ult charge, but it's just the one in death. 2 away as we go into the last round of the half. Global Esports securing the lead.
Last round in the half.
And given the form right now, given the stumbles
VFL have
from
even minus
Nongshim,
points for losing like a
this is looking to be an
2-5. No, because the way VLR counts clutches
Death is Udotan there when sliding
I mean, how would we even count that? I'd have to watch every single moment of every game.
What's Domby? And after that, it's the Patman show again.
Show me.
18-4-5.
It's
remember that. I mean, this guy set an ACS record earlier this year.
That's true.
Having a 5-17.
He is
Can do it for 1v5.
definitely on pace.
Problem is, you might lose a 1v5 where actually the spike just went off and one person was left alive. 5 people died, and it counts as a 1v5 clutch, but you didn't really
in the 400s.
lose.
Well, let's see if we can get another multi-kill round here, or if Nongshim will be able to plant their feet for one final from this defender side.
There's so many big ults here, too. This kind of the only thing that's
VFL has been rough. I got text 2 weeks ago, Zekken last week, and Zeus this week. LP got 17 points and cooked by double left.
That is rough.
Put his life on the line, go shoving forwards. Looking for the rebound, he gets a grab. This time it connects.
Why have we got our fucking raid boss sitting back in fucking army?
Lock in here. Francis is going to be taken down. X-Ross was able to find 1 or 2 kills rather before he died. But now it's a 2v3. Javi slowly creeping his way back out through sewers.
I think this Omen went flank. I think they figured out at this point. Probably is.
To try to get this recon in. Did they have it? Nope.
Brother is in the fucking struggle bus right now.
Spam down to 36. Autumn still in heaven, unscouted. The drop down going to be coming in. RB turns back, is able to find the one, but the Hunter's Fury cuts across. Ivy now dead, and RB, he's just not going to have the time for this. He's been spotted. Patman will get the finisher, and that's 8-4.
I mean, after winning the pistol, they were 4-1 up, by the way.
All but 1 round for Global Esports in this half. Accrued consecutive.
Ivy is what?
That's
I mean,
just a
Ivy had one of the worst halves I think I've ever seen a Chamber have.
Again, one of those rounds where if it worked before, try it again. You know, Nongshim
1
a
and
little bit
11.
better position for it. X-Ross finds a couple.
The one round he
Still
didn't die
able-
was the fucking second round where they got a
Fully
flawless.
their way in.
Halftime.
Huge. And again, you got to.
That's tough. Patman is absolutely frying them. Why are you all so horny? Why do I always see, oh, I wish Patman would fry me like that? Why are you all saying comments like that? Like, most of you are in your 20s. You're too old to be horny. Grow up. It's time for work.
And that can't happen with a chamber. Chambers have got to be fragging. 3-man push out. Oh, the timing.
Francis is tucked back.
I'm not doing that.
TMBU got to add minus points for VFL.
Well, it's going to be another pistol.
Okay. The attempt here.
Global cannot win a pistol to save their life.
Staved off, held at bay. Looking to try to set up that crossfire. Meanwhile, Francis still pretty sad forward on the side itself. Eventually will get flushed out. Meanwhile,
Hold on, it's Ivy.
Looking to escort them forward into A, but doesn't play on the line. Looks to try to swing around, and Hobby's just taking him down.
Brother, I mean, this guy is traffic going central right now.
RB in around the
Hobby
back.
should get a free one here.
Finds Autumn first. 1 bullet from pretty much any range will take him down. Eventually will be able to align it. Leaves Javi now all alone.
I think borderline undoable. Can't even win the fight against RB.
Okay, double pistol.
Well, Nongshim finding what they so desperately needed. 3 rounds the deficit. How much can they try to claw this back?
Just a good hard read.
Who's going up? Ipswich are going up.
They have set up.
Hull in the playoffs.
They're ready for that TP too.
Oh, Derby through.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Team Flash doesn't matter. He got the spot.
It happens.
Wrexham and Borough drew. Sag.
Nice.
Definitely not the most egregious Phoenix flashes we've seen.
No, not at all. Oh, okay. Final consideration, a third Bulldog. Francis with the Vandal, Ivy, the Marshall. Cheeky.
Anti-recon, anti-flash. This might work.
This one's played out a couple times. It just depends on how patient you want to be.
I want this Sova to show some noise now, really. Doesn't have any util, though.
This might work.
Here comes the drone.
Nope, yep.
Smoke cycled in. Try to stop this from finding anything. Does get the dart there on the Yudotan, and that's going to tell him, okay, we think something's up. Meanwhile, Javi going to try to hold the line back over at A, and will be good to find
Ivy
one.
got a kill!
On the floor. Ivy just happy for the plant. Swap over the weaponry. Yes, okay. Dombey grabbed. Stuck at Cubby for a brief little moment. Meanwhile, Patman making some noise? No. Extra's maybe not registering it either way.
This round was somehow winnable.
Back into A. Dombey going to be good for another kill.
That heal just saved him.
Yeah, he's got to rotate the hell out of there. We'll grab the orb. Now has the run it back available. Or no, just grabbing the Marshall. Either way, peek in, and Dombey, good for it. Ult now available, all the same.
Okay, big
Scoops
round
up
from
the
Dombey.
Bulldog, and line share the weaponry going to be carried over. Nongshim now down by 2.
Yeah, okay-ish damage done. Are you going to be able to shut down the run it back?
What the fuck is this
Bonus.
FNS copy pasta?
Look at this.
FNS, we used to watch you for the 500 IQ reads, but lately you've traded the analysis for a too cool to care persona. Every match is suddenly a snooze fest or an obvious win, which is just a convenient excuse for you to stop paying attention.
I mean, they are
Telling your viewers to leave if they don't like it isn't the flex you think it is. It's just proof that fame made you thin-skinned. You built your brand on being the smartest guy on the server, now you're just another just chatting streamer.
So far, the only time we've seen it is once with this comp, but
Is that what people are saying to him?
few of the trips
That's tough.
on A and C, leaving B. It's kind of like they're...
I fear for anybody who pushes out of sewers into Trip and Sonic Sensor.
Yeah.
Just back to back.
Not be fun. Just, are they going to try to challenge this judge or going to maybe bait it? You just relay bolt the corner here as Francis. Nobody's moved a muscle.
I was keeping it quiet. Keeping it steady. Ivy going to be spotted. For Global Esports, not going to tell you too much of anything.
I managed to piece together a pretty decent read, to be honest. Autumn's all alone here.
Things are coming down. They can get into the site fairly cleanly. Stop the time from scaling with this judge. They might be in a decent spot.
In a lot of
There's a
trouble
reveal,
now.
and RB is going to be the one to capitalize.
Is that position good against Neons?
Something to close that gap, and he
I don't
cannot.
think it is, you know.
Going to be RB with 3.
I don't think putting yourself back here
It's a blink and you miss it around.
against a Neon is ever really a great idea. You can't escape. They're just gonna slide on you at some
You
point.
gotta be a little more proactive here as GE.
Especially against like a bonus. Like if you're on an eco, it's fine.
Trips
But
aren't there to slow down the choke.
you know what I mean?
It's the reveal.
No dart breakers.
Oh, right as Hobby tries to make a move, it's too late. They just have no info at the longs.
Well,
They have
is this
no
another
idea.
map
By the
where
time they
Global
get a sense of it, it's too late.
dominate
Nongshim's already
but
in your
lose
house.
2 pistols and a bonus and lose? I mean, that would be tragic. But honestly, it seems fairly likely that might happen.
Grab net to try to set him up. But
Now, my
Nongshim
main problem with when I've watched
on their
teams
feet.
play this comp, or comps like this, with the double senti, with a deadlock, is they end up playing a very passive C, end up retake. They're so scared of having to play retake A that they put so much of their stuff on A, that they end up playing retake C every round, and then they just can't retake C because they don't have enough util to play retake C.
Autumn for now. Back, does he try to open up with his sheriff is the question. Top of the plant. This is allowed all of Global Esports to get a position to try to retake, and RB's going to be overwhelmed.
No,
now,
this
Yudo
is a
swinging
terrible
out,
round.
Be struck down.
Will they get past this chamber trip
Man on the range gets the 2-tap.
with the neon wall,
And
I
they're just
think?
getting applied pressure
Oh
on
my
all
God.
sides. Global Esports, what a way
Never even got the
to
spike
rally
down.
back into this.
Don't throw now.
2v5 at its peak, Yudotan dead. And no comfort whatsoever to commit to this plant yet.
It's got to be patient.
Spike planted.
Right, how can they win this? Ivy needs to hit 2 shots here.
Not connecting. Ivy needing to hit these shots.
I mean,
Finds the
it's one.
first. Meanwhile, Francis gets himself a third. Deep exit all the way back towards spawn. Patman, however, scaling forward on the corner. The check in. Francis down low, but Patman cannot win it. Francis gets the 4K, denies the Thrifty, and ties it up at 8-8.
Oh my God, this is such a good round from GE. I'm pretty sure Yudo used the back garden to jump over the trademark. Or they smoked it off, one of the two, but he got in their back line so quickly. This should be their round. But Autumn kind of nervous there. A little bit of a stutter step.
I mean,
Yeah, take a time
that's one of
out.
those rounds that you're going to kick yourself a hell of a
Oh no. You feel that was an eco? Yeah, but when it's a 4v2, you just gotta win. That's one of my least favorite things. When people say, oh, it's just an eco, it's like, yeah, but it's not when you're in a 4v2. You just fucking win the round. Was it a 5v2? Oh, it was a 5v2! It was a 5v2! Bro, you should never lose a 5v2. Should not be a single round that you lose a 5v2. As soon as you're 3 players up, you should never lose. Should never happen. Of course it does happen, but it should never happen.
There's also a comm segment.
You should win 5v2s with classics.
Yes. Take shield on first.
Sky flash. Oh, Phoenix flash.
Shit, flash shot.
Crystal
Barrier deployed.
able to trade it back, so 1 for 1. Autumn dead. Operator going to be lost for now.
Okay, Nongshim off the timeout. Insta heavy pressure, eh?
Nami, however,
Then walk back C.
suspicious of this. One more curveball. Ooh, Yodotani's starting to feed forward.
Gotta trade
A
him.
little bit too late. RB going to be caught. Oh, curveball not connecting. And Yodotan turns back, is able to find Dami as well. Doesn't fully anticipate X-Ross's
Well, his
position.
delay there
Gets
was
themselves
big enough
into
to
a winning
where...
spot. Player advantage now for Global Esports. The spike is going to be brought around C-Long. Ivy working his way.
Should put him in a much better
Garage
spot.
window. Should be able to hear that trademark around the corner, so likely not going to want to push his way up in the window.
He's got the annihilation.
And he does.
But is he going to get to use it?
Oh, does he have a read? Oh, well, now has the spot out. Could just send it through either way. Ivy now dead. Annihilation not going to be connecting. It's all on X-Ross. Finds the first. He's looking for that second. Cannot find it. A great little crouch readjust from Javi. Finds the kill, and the timeout call for Global Esports will once again lead to a round win.
Yeah. I think going to go all the way back to try to get this up. Should have plenty
Okay,
of
they
time.
didn't lose.
This is just phenomenal
$100
work
new
in
share
terms of
cost.
having a good early round read.
Quite a
putting
lot.
A lot of eggs in the A basket, and then that allowed Yudo to slip the net, have a
Quite a lot.
fantastic outplay. The timing on this fast lane saved him from the curveball. Look at that. Oh, you didn't get to see it there because they clipped it, but
Spill?
beautiful use of his
It looks not
util.
comfy?
Give
I'd say
himself
it's
that
comfy.
2K. Give them the ability
Well, let me
to
sell my other chair to
have
compare.
that extra man.
Where's my other
Ivy thinks that Annihilation's going to go his way after he gets spotted. Tries to dive out a window to his death. 4 ultimates for Global Esports. That operator
I
obviously
move it?
retained. 3 to work with here for
Did
Nongshim.
Nick take it?
Nearly a 4th of their own with that tour de force. 1 charge off. A lot of noise going to be made though. Okay, eventually do manage to clear that out. starts sent, trying to delay them, but look at the damage on to Francis. Tag down to 20, Hunter's Fury. Now going to be opened up. Only to block off the one side. Javi, not able to find any kills with that.
The thing is that what I would say about this chair is like,
Longer, but nothing can commit to it, but
it probably isn't like the comfiest chair you've ever sat on. You probably have sat on comfier chairs, you know, that you can sink into more. But in terms of like, you know, forcing you to sit more upright and sit properly and
paranoia from Patman.
Shit like that.
Forward, the drop down, X-Ross trying to stay alive, but Patman, the counter swing, able to find him, and as he gets Tommy as well. Francis this time, I don't think he's going to be the hero that they need him to be.
See, retake B, possible. This is what I mean.
Just
like,
the one. Global Esports.
they on B with this comp, that's not too bad. Retake B, I like. Retake A, hate. But retake C with this particular comp, not a big fan of.
They've got all these plans behind that.
Messages pay the check.
Getting deep into territory,
I mean, partly.
individual fights. Oh, Patman
I don't think any one person's... I mean, the anonymous gifter has given a lot towards the chair.
Ooh, ooh. Gosh, Pat. So smooth.
But you're all part of a collective to support your medium-sized streamer.
Using that paranoia. That's the coordination that you want to see from GE.
Right, here we go, Global. Time to lock in.
Let's see what they can do now.
You want to play? Let's play.
Tour de force involved. Francis as well. Swinging on his ult again. X-Ross, Hunter's Fury, so a lot to consider. Autumn posted up B with this op. They're quite convinced.
They drone down C, sees nothing.
It's either going to be B or
Followed the center util on A again.
I'm a little concerned for their C retake. But maybe if they can take some space, get those
I am
flanks
unique.
going.
I like Liquid. I dislike Carmine Pope.
Just gonna hold tight.
You're right, not many people like Liquid, that's fair.
Sat here within the site, Autumn. Backing him up, ready to take.
So solo deadlock here with 3 bits of util. Heavy B stack. Why are we going B against this comp?
They're suspicious.
You don't, like, for me, you do not want to go B against this comp. Because it's like, if they're there, then obviously that's bad. If they're not there,
it's definitely an answer.
Then they can retake that. Which is also bad.
Okay, managing to find Crystal, but not going to be able to get a kill. As all 3 bursts of that Hunter's Fury end up going wide. Curveball connecting. They turn back.
He still got one.
Before Patman still gets Francis, recovering enough of his vision just in time to clean up that kill. Meanwhile,
see what I mean? Like, the B hits against this just aren't the way, man.
And the relay just setting him up. Gets himself a quick collat. Now the time is gone. Ivy can find nothing. Javi absolutely tears them apart.
Bruh.
3 rounds now in a row as it seems like the time
Hello,
today
Monkey
for
Meatloaf.
Global Esports, especially in
Hello,
this map,
Funky
are
Mo Man
absolutely
Viagra.
blessed.
Kenny has one round of Gartic phone before you go bed for
just
America's
beautiful
XTD.
coordination again with the util. This time
No,
it's
I'm not going to be playing
teaming up
Gartic
Javi.
phone. I don't even know what
Javi's
Gartic
good for
phone
the
is.
4.
I know that people on the
Look at that. You can
PMV
see
Discord in
he is locked
Pacific
in.
particularly were playing it quite a lot. It's scribble but storytelling.
Is it a game you download?
It's a friend slop game. Yeah, exactly. I don't need more friend slop games.
What do your Waylay Clove and ISO have in common? Final one for the day.
Yoru, Waylay, ISO, Clove.
The match point.
Something about their ult.
By afforded Batambi. Back on a stinger in the end. Throw ball up and over the top, and this time it's Yudotan. Handed the operator. Not going to be given the peak that he wants.
Yeah, they didn't get a reaction. They were hoping that it'd be a more aggressive push out of GE. Because that recon would have been annoying.
In response to the drone. We're just going to be clearing that out. Sonic sensor taken down
Anyway,
as well.
I'm focusing in. Crucial round.
Boosted up on top of the
They've read them
the
like a book.
Going to be popping. Has anybody scout him whatsoever?
And it didn't matter. Again, playing back here,
In exchange for one, but Javi's still here.
not a huge fan of against this kind of comp.
Zudaton starts rotating his way over. Has anybody read this at all? No trip situated. Gets a spot onto the Ivy. X-Ross watching for it. He's able to avoid the shot. Now they know. Relay Bolt gets a stun. Ivy pinned into the corner. And Autumn able to capitalize. Now we do a 2v2. The base in, but RB winning the fight.
He
now
takes matters into his own hand.
Trying to swap the weapon,
What the
but
fuck?
RB will shut him down. Nongshim rallying back a bit. 2 rounds still separating. They deny match point away from Global Esports and get their first timeout round win conversion.
Yeah, right back into C. Again, one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This time, they've been noticing that the response
Bit of a breakdown
from
there, considering they had
Crystal off of the back
3
of the
players
drone
and Rito there as well.
And this time they have a punish ready for it
Not
with a
ideal.
quick play. Using their Neon ult to gain some space, a curveball to
We should've
flash
won
him
that
and
round,
pin him in a
Global.
corner.
Now they have Phoenix
Really
ult?
nice little on-the-fly call. This time, look at this.
I thought Pat was going to shoot them apart.
I did too. Look at this
said,
Sonic sensor.
Peeking into this one, Crystal does eat a decent bit of damage. Meanwhile, Patman, he's scaling forward. Ivy swinging in for the fight. He absolutely wrecks his HP bar, but he cannot confirm the kill.
He's got his ult.
He's got to be considering that he's just...
Oh yeah, he's over the 420 here, the rare 420.
Teleport here.
They're trying to... Okay, they're just going to use the shots to try to scare Ivy away, but Patman, I think, just going to have to ult out of there. They're trying to convince him that he's already left.
Hey, they hit the up, down.
Or op, I should say. Confirmed on the A side of the map. Yudaton clears out the drone. Meanwhile, Ivy still poking and prodding around here.
I mean, you've heard the op here already.
Tucked in position. Now we'll start to maybe relocate. TP's back out. Meanwhile, TP in. Oh my god. RB's
the
dead.
spike.
The spike is now stranded. Relay Bolt going to be sent. That shot going wide, but Tombi snapped back. Francis able to find one. X-Ross gone. It's a player advantage. Spike now recovered. Francis trying to get this one into position. Hunter's Fury, however, from Javi, looking to try to interrupt to dissuade. It's locked Francis back away over towards main, but now they have to start committing in.
Teleport's ready.
Plays wall available. Ivy noting the flank. Clears out one. Wall goes in. Autumn. Hat just dancing around this. But Tombi nearly finds a massive timing, but Francis takes an angle to play around with. His Autumn just goes diving out of heaven. A 1v2 to take it to 12. What a clutch it would be. Sending out the shots. Francis just goes wide. The peak. The shots, the damage, not quite there. Autumn still relatively healthy, but running out of time. Runs him down, takes the fight to Ivy's doorstep, wins it out. And the shorty not gonna do a damn thing. Francis legs him. And
Okay,
Nongshim
I mean...
one away from tying it up.
Remember, bullets hurt.
Oh boy. Spite.
Very winnable now. I think... I mean,
Narrow
this was obviously
margins
more
here,
chaos in this
RB
game because, of course, it must be...
almost
Are we
with
just
a
going to see a
huge
complete
whoopsies, but there's
replay of the
enough
last game? Where
flooding
Global
into the site
dominate but
behind
lose
him.
a pistol and a
They're
bonus
able
and
to
then
claim the
lose
space that
at
they
the end?
need. Another beautiful curveball, but somehow, some way, Javi
I don't think they have timeout left
nice
either.
play for Francis.
EDG won?
Super patient,
Not a
super
surprise. Oh, they're on an
Doesn't
eco as
overstep.
well.
And here we go. Nobody home again.
That's
for
the
all
thing,
this
though.
early
Again, once you
intel.
get the spike down on A,
They're gonna scale up
it is
off of
going to
that.
be
They
tough,
remember there
even
wasn't
in situations
follow-up.
where
They know
it's a
week goodbye.
3v4. Still tough to retake A. As soon as they died on the flank, it was kind of GG. Probably needed to be more patient on that flank, to be honest.
Right at the front. Right here,
Change up.
too.
Especially when you're so low, like, you can't just take a 1v1.
Pop his way out of there. As okay, hello, Javi. Just
That's what I'm talking about.
That's not
I
great.
believe they didn't even clear anything. Francis is dead, and that is a massive kill to be found. Patman now pushing forward. That sheriff in hand. He's good for one. He's looking for the second. He cannot find it, but
Trade.
Yudaton will.
Hold on, they might win off the back of this.
The spike now on the
Massive,
floor.
huge 2v4.
Weapons not collected.
Huge.
Global Esports hungry to pull off this thrifty. Ivy, however, finds
You just
Crystal.
can't do that.
Completely opens
You
up.
just can't be the only guy on
western side of the
this
map.
half of the
There's another
map and just
4v2
insta-die.
In an eco Surely GE doesn't lose another.
Very much down on the timing. Down be able to sprint forward. These weapons can be collected, however. So this is going to be
they're gonna
solid
get some
upgrades.
guns.
30 seconds left.
And a rough fight for Nongshim to try to persevere.
Just break the trip.
The backside plant,
Breaking the
though.
trip is actually good for them because they just planted backside. Why is Dami going back
players
out towards
fanned
long? He's
out.
reading that they're gonna go garage.
Deep check over towards the defender spawn.
Problem is he doesn't know it's all three.
Starting to get back into that audio range. Recon goes over to the side. Dambi not going to be scouted on this angle. Scales forward. Finds the timing to take down two. And then Ivy strikes from backside.
You can't lose that.
So
you
very
can't
close,
lose
but
that,
once
man.
again,
You can't
Nongshim,
lose that.
They come out on top and they tie it up 11-11.
Oh, what a glue fest, man.
This is, I like the kill trips ideas. I want to see a little bit more of that baked into this. Because it should have worked. But you don't check long. Because it's planted for
BTW says
back.
they
You
can all
thinking
becoming
maybe one
intangible.
garage,
For
maybe
the
one in the
Jacobian
back.
making, do you prefer VCT questions or Val
Go.
knowledge questions?
It's going to be the Odin
Probably
this
a
time.
mix. Not a questions about mix. Honestly, a good question that I bet no one would know the name for, and I don't either. What is Mix's ult called?
Wallbang's not going through.
Is it Sonic
Cheeky
Boom?
setup.
That's my guess.
Grab net into the recon.
Base Quake.
Here. Do they get the read on Patman? He played that cubby for so very long. Ivy starting to scale forward. Patman tucked into this one. Ivy looking for it. Has the double take. Meanwhile,
Fake
Unitonic able
clears
to win
it.
one out. Takes down Downbeat from top plat. Autumn holding the door. The exit from garage.
Oh, we're gonna
As
go
Francis
OT,
will fall,
aren't
and
we? We're
it's
gonna go
flawless in
OT.
response. As Global
Although the
Esports
money
get
isn't
themselves
great for
up to
Nongshim.
match point.
They finally find a setup that could slow down
What's
Nongshim
Vice's
C
wall
pushes.
called? I think I would, again, I have done these
boy.
quizzes before of like the agent abilities. I reckon I could get
Early
90%.
relay bolt, the tucked in position
Vice wall
of
is called
Patman that they had
Shia.
set up earlier. Ivy, you can see he's kind of considering it. Then Autumn swinging in, cutting him down, throws in his ult.
I think, what are the thorns
Nongshim
called?
want to win this.
Thorns?
They want to avoid that lower bracket. They're going to have to make this happen. A rough
No, the
fight
flash is called the Arc Rose.
as they try to push this into overtime.
Gotta run it back.
Razor Vine.
Two Stingers, a Sheriff, and
See,
otherwise
that's a tough one.
Said run it back. Hunter's Fury. At their disposal.
What are any of Mix's abilities
from
called?
his
I have
ult.
no idea.
Be difference maker. Heavily leaning in towards C, but just basically bodies over there. Where is that camera?
Most people don't know ISOs.
Corner,
ISOs is undercut.
like looking towards the.
What the fuck
door
is the
entrance.
wall called? Contingency?
That's what I think. I'm actually
Oh,
pretty
they-
curious.
Yeah, didn't quite get the eyes on it.
I
Either
only
way.
see it on the map.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, good luck.
I mean, but you also have three players
What's
on
the
this
shield
side of the map.
called?
Nongshim are gambling into the rougher
Double
side
tap?
of things. The barrier mesh to hold them up, then run it back. Likely they go through. It's going to be into
Still
the trip,
remember
into
the
the trip,
neon
into the sonic
sprint?
sensor.
Oh god, no. That's one of them I didn't
Comes
know.
the spam. There goes the ults. Hunter's Fury as well, but Dambi immediately spotted out.
All
On
A
that
hit,
page, the
it should
spam
be
through.
over.
Ivy gone. Crystal looking for more. Francis will be able to sit
Delay
it down.
should be good enough.
Autumn at
All
backside,
from
however,
long.
holding his own for another. Curveball into the face, where Dambi cleans it up, but Hobby strikes him down. RB with the
Wow.
stinger, able to find the kill.
How
And it's
have they
Patman
won that with
now
a stinger?
to be the hero for this team, to be the nightmare for Nongshim. Arrives out from sewer. Just these stingers in hand.
Smoke this off.
Smoke layered in, the tap. The shot's now sent. Paranoia going to be going through, but he's trying to find out where RB is. Can RB find the timing? The push in, and RB does!
7 HP. Holy
Denies
fuck.
him the heroics! Denies them the satisfaction of the win! This will be settled in overtime.
How do they get through this?
I mean, this should
There's
have been a
so
win.
much util
They
here.
kill
You
the
just gotta
ult. They get the
spam.
first kill.
Somehow, some way, Francis
Survive the
gets
dart.
rid of the
Udotan's
grab
doing
net and
fucking
immediately
nothing.
takes Crystal down. And they're just able to barely fight their way through. I mean, 7 HP, the difference between GE being the 3rd seed and this overtime. Bonkers.
Well, here we go.
Absolutely ridiculous, but everything we were hoping for going into this third and final map, the 6th map of the evening. You can see here, Global Esports, their overtime percentage has not been great, but there is still yet an opportunity to fix that. Francis, dead. Peeks in towards Sewer. Patman able to draw the first blood of the OT. That puts all the more pressure on X-Ross and Dambi to try to isolate these approaches. Drone. Did it actually get the spot? I'm not sure. On to X-Ross.
I'm dropping 30.
Call has been made. Global Esports.
No.
Trying to evacuate out of this position, but Patman still lurking, finding a timing, looking for that second kill.
He's hurt. He heard two people running away.
Was able to avoid it, but
I think he knew everyone was there.
Steadily trying to work their way over. Yudathon, he's made the noise. They know it, but he still wins the fight. Whoa.
What?
Dami's just dead. Here's the footsteps of RB. Meanwhile, X-Ross is still forever away. RB trying to slot his way forward into this one, but this is the opportunity to try to get past that trip. It's an immense amount of damage onto him, but Annihilation gets the grab, and X-Ross cannot come to the rescue.
One enemy remaining.
This opening round is Global's.
Well, another chance for Global.
Barring one of the craziest clutches that we will have seen. But he's grabbed up, locked in place. Javi to the side will be able
imagine.
to shut him down. Global Esports back up to match point.
I mean, what patience from Pat. Finds the perfect timing to strike after getting the opener onto Francis.
TMVB like, oh, good heavens, what a round or something.
He's probably kicking himself that he doesn't get X-Ross.
Aren't you in Japan? Shut the fuck up.
Almost
Go
ends
to
up
bed.
being a problem, but just barely.
Dambi as well.
Yeah.
Not closing out the kill. Yudathon was just stomping around, making all the noise in the world.
Well, that one shocked me. I thought
boy.
Yuda was just dead.
Well, here we go. If Nongshim are going to go out, they're going to go out in style. Glass cannon up from the attacker side. In the hands of Francis is Yudathon. He's going to be looking for time.
I'm not getting roasted by a Team Liquid fan. What was the score when Foot played Liquid?
There's no util here at the front of B, though. That's a shock dart that does.
How many internationals have Team Liquid been to and not won?
Almost spotted out, but not taken off. Check over to the opposite side. The barrier mesh quickly going to be cleared out. Cage gets popped, but just looking for a timing pick. Nothing to be found. Nongshim for now coming up empty-handed. As they now have to try to re-clear forward into garage, and Javi gets clipped by that shot. How? He wall-banged him down to 15 as he tried to clear the drone.
How many internationals have Foot been to at all?
That's because Valorant was unfair in the early days. They discriminated against Turkey.
Gonna pass the op over to RB.
Anyway,
actually.
lock in.
Francis.
Global are about to win this shit. They decided, let's go B after all of those B hits worked before, right?
Here comes the exact blind out. Crystal still situated backside, but no Francis.
Crystal's just clueless. Why is he standing at getting revealed?
The HP deficit. Francis taken down. Ivy seeing Patman as the spike is being fully rotated in towards this side of the map. Yudathon forced to reposition back. Trading places, the plant comes in, base of hell.
Oh, they caught RB as he's rotating
Water finds
across.
a catch, now suddenly it's Dambi and X-Ross. A 2v3. And Yudathon looking down to Dambi once again, and he has!
Be a 1v3.
And X-Ross completely contained, locked in position, now spotted. The baseboard finding one, but nothing more! Autumn cleans it up! And Global Esports get the defuse, they get the win!
GG.
That's the spike! The overheat moment! The positioning! What a blunder! What a whiff!
Thanks for the anonymous gifter to Futanari Neto Rare? Neto Rare? Shut the fuck up, bros and twigs. Go to bed. Go to bed, all of you.